everybody. Welcome to the Flagrant 2 podcast. No easy buckets. Analysis by assholes. Water cooler commentary for your sports needs. I am Andrew Schultz. I'm here with Akash Singh.
Yep.
Kaz is he's on his WWE grind. Hopefully we get Kaz back next week, but he's the hardest working man in entertainment, so he's hustling. I gotta say thank you to everybody who bought 551, who's been streaming 551. Right now we're recording this on a Monday, but we just got word from Billboard that the Billboard charts will drop tomorrow, and it will be the #1 comedy album
Hell
in the world.
yeah.
So that's what's up, man.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
So we got the Billboard charts going, man. I think that's an interesting.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. That wouldn't be able to happen without you guys, and I know a lot of you out there streamed it and just bought the album anyway, and I appreciate that, man. I really do, because when you buy that shit, it's not even the money that goes to my pocket. It's more just like a purchase counts for like way more streams. So like that's really how you make shit happen. I know a lot of you motherfuckers did that for me, so I appreciate so much you guys supporting it, and it's just cool. So now we got to get an Emmy. I don't know if they'll let me win an Emmy. Alex, you think they'd let me win an Emmy?
Isn't Emmy for TV?
Oh, what's the one for music?
Oscar?
Grammy.
Oh, Grammy.
Yeah. Emmy. Yeah. They definitely not gonna let me win an Emmy. That's for you didn't see Bender's Academy. But I don't know if they do just because the material is kind of scandalous.
You had a very convincing role as a gay, and
That's
there's Johnny.
I was good.
Yeah.
I was good.
Yeah,
very
that's it.
convincing.
Confident and vulnerable.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh, you were vulnerable, all right.
Yeah. Did I tell you the story with that?
Yeah, I was there when it happened.
Wait, you were?
Wait, that you didn't know?
Well, who didn't know? No. The story with the scene.
Maybe.
I don't think they told the guy that he was butt fucking me. But I assumed he knew he was butt fucking me. So when I met the guy for the first time, I go, "Oh, hey, you're the guy that's gonna butt fuck me." Right? Now, if you're familiar with what's gonna happen in the scene, he didn't have lines or nothing. He was basically like an extra.
He's just butt fucking.
He's just but like it's
consensual rapist.
yeah. But like the thing is crazy is like his description is just like beats guy up in bathroom.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Right,
not
right.
butt fucks guy in bathroom. So
Right.
if you knew you were going to butt fuck me, you would walk into the scene, and then I say that to you, and you be like, haha.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But if you think that you just beat me up in the bathroom,
Right.
and then I go, the first thing I'm like, oh, you're the guy butt fucks me, and he was just like, all right, nice to meet you. Like, bro, it was awkward.
Oh, man.
It was awkward, bro. And then I think it hit him because he puts me up against the wall. And I think then they did a camera shot of just our feet. And he was like, oh, I know what he was talking about initially. But, bro, it was weird between me and
Oh,
him.
man.
Yeah.
You think he thought you wrote it in? Like, yo, guys, can you get in a butt fuck with me? You think he was like, something must have changed from the time I got here till now. That he just saw me and was like, that's it. You got to butt fuck me. It's a different show now.
Oh, fuck. What if? Maybe. It's possible. It's possible they changed the script up on me.
You got the #1 album in the world, the comedy album in the world. His friend is going to tell him about Andrew Schultz. He's going to be like, that's the dude that insisted on butt fucking me in a show I was in.
No. It's just on me butt fucking
Oh,
him.
yeah.
I was bottomed.
Insisted on getting butt
Bottomed
fucked
up.
by me.
Yeah. Bottoms up. Whose song is that?
Trey Songz.
Trey Songz? Trey Songz got the illest gay song. Something in your cup.
That
What
should
is
be the theme for Queer Eye.
it? Yo, everybody keeps telling me Queer Eye is the shit.
Yo, that Pakistani doing that shit is dope.
Is he?
He's
gay?
He's Pakistani. Yeah, he gay.
Whoa.
They're all gay, fam.
Yeah,
Pakistanis?
I said that.
No.
I was like, wow, the Indian beef coming out today. You coming in hot, bro.
No, he's dope. His name is weird. It was like Tan or something. I'm like, that's just what they called you back home.
Exactly.
But my girl loves the show. We watched a couple episodes.
It's good, right? It's like emotional.
It's cool. Yeah.
You didn't get emotional.
Not as I don't get emotional at a lot of those like make over my life shows.
Yeah. Why Alex laughing at you, yo?
No, I'm laughing at you. You trying to get confirmation because your ass got emotional.
What do you mean? I didn't watch it yet, son. I didn't watch it yet.
So you gonna
I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I got
sit here-
butt fucked. How many times you got butt fucked? on camera.
Remember when-
You know what I mean?
Your last
Only the time in
Akash out here-
Toronto with you.
Akash out here not taking no tips from the show, dressing like the dude from the Big Lebowski and shit like that.
I'm out here, bro. I'm dressed, boy. Act like this shirt ain't fire. Yo, my girl hated this shirt,
What?
and then
Yo,
we
you
saw.
dressed for like the semifinals of a bowling league.
That's the point. That's that heat. Don't hate on me,
It's
fam.
not the finals. You know what I mean? It's like the semifinal outfit. You're like, yo, I'm gonna save some hot shit.
Because if you wore the shirt this hot to the finals,
Yeah,
you would be distracted by all the girls trying to fuck.
That's probably what it is.
You wouldn't even make it to the bowling alley.
That's what those,
You'd be like, yo, give me some blue chew
those pin
and be
pops.
out.
Yeah. We gonna shout to the blue chew in a minute. Okay. Yo, I was in DC this weekend and shit got kind of wild.
What happened?
Motherfucker almost died.
XXX Extension.
No. But like legit, a dude almost died. R.I.P. XXX Tentacion. That's sad, man.
Word.
That is sad. Anyway, whatever.
That's literally how Andrew deals with death right there.
Yo, it's so true. I just compartmentalized.
We saw a guy die.
We did.
Yeah. Remember we were on the road, we were coming back, I was driving, and we saw that car crash, the dude fell asleep at the wheel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why you made me remember that?
I was shook.
Yo, son.
He's
real
like, why'd
talk.
you just unpack
Yeah,
that?
I packed that shit up. That shit was in the fucking storage unit.
The
You know what I
point
mean?
is-
This motherfucker out here storage
I'm
wars in my emotional trauma. You know what I mean? Akash out there like $53, 57 sold. So Akash, now I gotta think about that. Yo, son,
I was there, you didn't give a fuck, fam.
I was trying to fuck. There was that girl that was cute, she needed consoling. You don't remember that one?
A couple things, three
Yeah.
things.
All right,
One
go.
of them is good. First thing, as I'm pulling over, because
Right.
this shit is crazy.
You were driving?
Andrew's like, yeah. Andrew's mad in New York. He's like, nah, this is a setup, B. I was like, what are you fucking saying, man?
You never seen those movies of the apocalypse?
Ah, yeah.
What is
but
it called?
that's some new-
Apocalypse. Apocalypse.
that's the blackest-
Apocalypse is what's happening in San Antonio.
Hilarious. But two, when we both tried to help, and Andrew was telling the EMT what to do, was very impressive. But then after that, he didn't give a fuck. He got in the car. I got in the car. I was like, yo, I'm shook, man. I don't know if I want to drive. He's like, all right, man, I'll drive. Jesus. That man pushed that shit aside like nothing had happened.
Bro, I'm good at doing that. You gotta compartmentalize. The thing with XXX is like,
That was a fan of yours. You always shouted this kid out.
yeah, and I know. Okay, look, there's a lot of drama around him and a lot of allegations that are really fucked up that would make you not want to like somebody of that capability, right? Those
Right.
capabilities, right? But
Wait, what are the allegations?
Rape? No, rape. It's not rape. No.
Can we please always pronounce it like that? Unless it happened to someone
My
you
boy
know.
called that shit broccoli rape. Yo, I know it's crazy. We flagrant today. Where Kaz at? Rein it in. So no, but he was like I just saw this kid really early before I knew about a lot of that stuff, and I just heard like a couple of the songs. I think the first song was "Look at Me."
Oh, I like his music.
Yeah, his music. No, he's very talented,
Yeah.
and he had like this really engaging
Yeah.
personality. And I saw these like fight videos of him, and I remember just thinking like, hey man, like you gotta, don't do that shit anymore. Like you got real superstar talent. This is before any like the crazy like hitting women or that kind of stuff
Oh,
comes
that's out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I was like, don't. No, I remember I was doing a DJ Vlad interview, right? And I was
yeah.
just like, I think he's a superstar, and I just hope he doesn't get caught up in the hoopla because I really do believe that. And he hit me up on Instagram. He's like, yo, thanks for saying that, man. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I'm on the straight and narrow. And he's like, I love Guy Code. That shit got me through depression when I was younger.
That's crazy.
So you never know who's watching the show, right?
Yeah.
And we chopped it up a little. I mean, literally a couple things, but it was just like. He was one of those guys where you hope kind of worked it out, but he was one of those guys who was out there, man. Like he got touched. He was almost asking to get touched. He got touched when he was in San Diego. He got touched, meaning like somebody dropped him on stage.
Yeah,
and shit.
I liked his music, and then he got knocked out on stage. And what bothered me more than him getting knocked out was I was watching the video. I was like, is this motherfucker barefoot? and I was like, I'm out.
Yeah,
Not a fan. I'm out.
Yeah, that's brave,
Yo,
though. Yo,
That's too white for me.
yeah, but that's some brave shit. Like to go into the town that you're beefing with barefoot, son.
That's-
Like,
yo,
that's ballsy
it.
in shorts. You know what I mean? Anyway, man, like R.I.P. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
we don't know what
truly.
comes next, but hopefully everything. Who knows? I don't even know what to say in these. I'm just gonna package that shit up with that death on the fucking road that you brought up.
Yeah, man. I just want to see what it would take for you to. I was actually trying to make us look cooler. We saw a motherfucker die. What you gonna do?
Well, yo, so this guy, I'm performing at the DC Improv this weekend. Shouts to
Right.
DC Improv. My people's out there. They were very cool, man. Two funny comics opened up for me, Martin Amini and Lafayette
Martin
Wright.
is. Oh, yo,
Yeah.
I fucks with both of those
Yo,
dudes.
first of all, so funny. Both of them are funny, yo. Go check both of them out. I hope they got some clips out. Yo, Martin's mad funny, yo. This guy, his father literally had like a ice cream truck mafia. Like he got a joke about how his pops had like 8 ice cream trucks, but like sometimes cats would try to come on the route and he'd have like a baseball bat and like
That's
he
what's
just started
up.
beating up
That's
the
what's
fucking
up.
trucks and shit. Like real hardcore. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So it's just like real funny stories. But we're there and like I was doing the last show Sunday night. You know, we going in, doing our thing, and then all of a sudden I just hear this girl, this woman, this like old black lady, she goes, "Oh my God. Oh my God, no!" And she goes, "Someone call an ambulance! Someone call an ambulance!"
Why are you making her sound so stupid?
Bro, someone call an ambulance! Right? And then the lights kind of get turned on a little bit. Her husband is slumped, bro.
This is at the show.
At the show.
Fuck.
Son, we thought he was dead, bro. Like, he was just out. So we stop. I get off stage. A couple people, we walk over, and he starts to kind of wake up a little bit. He had completely passed out.
Right.
Low blood sugar.
Bro, well, I don't know what it was. You know what I mean? What maybe it was that, but completely passed out. Head hit the fucking plate. There's like shit on his face. We get him out there. He gets put in the ambulance. And then,
That's why you ain't shit, because you've been waiting to say that this whole time.
no.
You a
I'll tell
loser.
you what I have been waiting to say. For my whole life in comedy, I've been trying to kill on stage. And
Almost got there.
we getting close. Yo, dead ass. I get back. So it's literally like 40 minutes into
There's
the
a
show.
sense of accomplishment, I'm sure, when you like. There's a part of you like, did I get this
Yo,
motherfucker?
almost got. It was either make a girl's water break or like
right, right, right.
like make someone pass out or something like that. But he left, right, and there's still a few hundred people in the audience,
Right.
and I did like maybe like 40 minutes, and I was like, fuck it. So I got back on stage. And then
That's what's up.
Yeah, and the first thing I have it. I'm gonna put it on the vlog, the DC vlog that comes out. Y'all should check it out. It's gonna be fun. But and the first thing I said was like, it was like a silent moment of silence, and it was like, I've always wanted to kill. And, boom. So that kind
yeah.
of broke the tension.
Right.
But there was some like comedian thing in me, which I've realized that like, obviously, hopefully this guy's okay. He's in the ambulance. Everything's good, right? But the comedian thing in me was
no way.
he's in an ambulance. He was in ambulance. So what, bro?
That's
I'm
just
not gonna
so
joke.
funny.
Real talk. Hey, no, Alex, dead serious. Like we were like, yo, did someone call an ambulance? Like, yo, bro, no, for real, I got you. And, bro, and he was like, no, don't call an ambulance. And then. And then we're like, dude, you passed out. Like something could really
Definitely,
be
you
wrong.
definitely
Like,
should call-
dude, you have to go to the hospital in an ambulance, or else something could happen to you. Like,
Right.
Anyway, so whatever. He's in an ambulance, and then
I don't know why it's so funny.
bro, it's an ambulance. Bro, it's an ambulance. Alex, it's an ambulance. Alex, bro, yo, you know how expensive it is getting called an ambulance?
Yeah,
yeah, it's
but
pricey.
Okay.
insurance works there. It doesn't work in a hospital. It does work in a
An ambulance.
yeah.
All right. Say it.
Ambulance.
Ambulance. son, if you saw this lady,
Alex is
son,
dying.
Son, if you saw this
Oh,
lady.
Alex keep laughing. We have to
Son,
call that ambulance.
Yo, we gotta have to call an
Why
ambulance for
is
you. Yo, we gotta call an ambulance. Alex, you need us to call an ambulance. I really hope he's alive, yo. I hope that man lived.
What if he died in the
Nah, He didn't
ambulance?
die in an ambulance. He didn't die in an ambulance. He didn't die in an ambulance. Anyway, I guess the point I was trying to say is like, with jokes in general, I
What do
enjoy.
you think you'd have said if he was dying in the ambulance? Who would you call for? He died in an ambulance. Somebody call the who? Who do you call now? If you in the ambulance,
Get us to the hospital. Quick, get us to the hospital. We need
call
to
the
go to the hospital.
doctor. Call the
The doc.
doctor.
Call the doc. Someone get a doc. Someone get a doc. He said, hey, this is faster than ambulance go. I thought ambulance would go faster than this.
Oh
You sound like the water boy now.
Yo, I pray that guy's alive, bro.
So he good. He was
Life
walking.
comes, death comes.
He was
fam.
good.
He gets another one.
He would be all right. Anyway, not to reveal too much of what's in the sausage with comedy, but I think one of the cool, fun things, at least for me, is like I like, pushing an audience
Right.
with the premise and then like getting them back.
Yeah.
And I think this is like the ultimate test of,
Yeah,
for
of
me,
course.
it's like a lot of times I want an audience to like earn the
Right.
the nice part of the joke.
Yeah.
Like, show me that you have a good sense of humor.
Right.
Show me that you understand what we're doing here, that
Yeah.
we're being provocative, right? And like this was a situation where it's like nobody wants to laugh. They
Right,
think
right.
someone might be dead.
Right.
And like to get them back to that,
Yeah.
I did another like maybe 10, 15 minutes. It was a special show. And then we had another one where there was just some girl who was fucking, she was cackling a little bit and I just laid into her.
Yeah, you gotta do that sometimes.
Yeah, but it was one of these weird things where like it made me realize, Akash, that not everybody, we're too open with people we're too open with sense of humor.
What do you mean?
Like, comedy's not for everybody.
It's not. It's really not. This Twitter has shown me that.
Isn't that funny? Like, we assume that just because you've laughed, it means that you have a sense of humor,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you understand what comedy is and you should be a fan. Like, we should be a little more snobby towards the people we allow to go see a show. Like, if you don't have a sense of humor, if you're not athletic, you don't got to play basketball. Right? Like, and if
Yeah.
you try to come play ball with some people who know how to play ball, you're just
Yeah.
going to
Yeah,
ruin it
yeah.
for everybody
They're
else.
gonna let you know.
And that was it. And some people's brains do not work for it. And that was
No.
basically what I was telling her. I was like,
That's a
you just
sad
don't
life,
have a
man.
brain for it. Yeah.
I feel bad for those people. I hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess on the surface, but when I really think about it, you got to feel bad for a person who can't have fun.
Yeah.
That's just a weird life.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was at like a wedding. Indian weddings get crazy, and this one guy was like having fun, getting drunk, whatever, and his girl was just
You
like,
come
"Stop
straight
it!"
from the wedding with that shirt.
Huh? What happened? I was trying to get a joke off. I'll fuck you up, dog. I'll put you straight in the ambulance, dog. Act like I won't, fam.
Yo, son.
Fuck your muscles, dog.
Yo, son. Yo. He said, did you come straight from the Indian wedding with that shirt? No, he
Yeah,
didn't.
both outfits are fire, and I think you know that. Yo, my girl hated this shirt. Then she saw a similar one on Queer Eye, and she suddenly
And she
hated
was
no
with
more.
it? Who was wearing it? Tan?
Tan.
He was really wearing it?
Yeah, straight up.
So you dressing after a Pakistani.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's Pakistani.
How
but
do you feel? How do your parents feel about that?
Probably the same way his parents feel about him being gay.
Fair enough.
Probably.
Yeah. It's not really happening.
Uh,
We're gonna ignore all this. Okay, go. So you're at this Indian wedding, right?
yeah, and this guy was just dancing, having a good time, and his
Yeah.
girlfriend was like, stop it, you're embarrassing. And it's like, why do you not want fun? You know what I mean? Why would you not want attention and like just have fun?
Yeah.
What's so bad about getting a little attention and everything falling
Yeah.
apart?
Why is it? Why do you think that? Do you think it's like an intellectual thing? Who?
Nah.
No.
Alexis Guerrero's and Christian.
Yeah,
Bale.
Alexis and Christian. Yeah. So, yeah, do you think it's like an intellectual thing? Like just some people don't have the brain. Like this is how I was explaining to her because I basically just said to her, I don't think you're smart enough for comedy. And then
Yeah,
she
you're
goes,
probably
I'm an engineer. And I go, no. You're smart enough to be an engineer, but some people have an intellectual ability that allows them to appreciate comedy.
Yeah.
And it's the ability to like compartmentalize humor and morality.
Oh,
And if you
yeah.
can't separate those two things,
Yeah.
right? If like they're the same, one and the same for you, you just won't be able to see the funny in something. It's just not in you. You won't have it.
Yeah.
You'll like look at it and you'll be so overwhelmed with how wrong it is.
Yeah.
You won't be able to see the funny. Where you and I can look at a situation like the ambulance, right?
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
can
yeah.
be like, okay, somebody maybe is dying, but there's a lot of humor in the way that she's saying ambulance.
Yeah, right. And I can detach what's happening, like the consequences of what's happening, from what's funny about what's happening.
That's it.
I used to get in trouble all the time as a kid because I would always laugh when I was in trouble.
Yeah.
And it was always like, I can just think about how funny this is that I got in trouble for this. And my dad would get so fucking pissed.
There it is.
But yeah, I think those people are just tightly wound. And this, like the idea that they could laugh at this is just wrong. I can't do that. I can't allow myself
Maybe
to
it's
do that.
an anxiousness.
It might be anxiousness.
Maybe you don't have the comfort for
Yeah.
humor.
Laughter takes a lot of confidence.
It takes a lot of confidence, especially like to do it. Like I've noticed this, like in a bigger crowd, it takes less confidence.
Of course.
A small crowd, you have to be a very confident audience member to like vocally agree to whatever's happening in a joke.
And to be the first guy laugh. If you
Yeah.
have those big laughers early in a show, that's the most confident person in the room. And
Yep.
that it makes everybody else's night better.
Yeah.
That person
Yeah.
lets everybody else laugh.
Because it calms you down, and there's
Yeah.
an anonymity to it. It's like
Yeah.
I can laugh, but it'll be covered by that big shit.
Yeah, you don't want to be the only one laughing. You
Right.
ever watch a movie and then you think it's kind of funny, but nobody else is laughing, so you're like, oh, fuck, I guess it's
Oh,
not
dude,
funny.
and you can even see it in the audience. Like, you ever ask them a question, and then one girl will be like, "Yeah," and then
Yeah,
it'll be like,
yeah, oh,
any
yeah.
single girls out here? Yeah, and then she realizes nobody's there, and she like
Right.
shuts it
Right.
down like a kazoo. so I think there's like this thing where it's like, I don't know. I think we have this assumption that everybody knows comedy, like everybody knows what delicious food is, and like no, there's some people who know more about delicious food. There's some people who jump higher.
I don't like fine dining. I don't care.
You might not have the palate
Yeah.
for that shit, and there's some people who might really.
Duval don't give a fuck about food.
Exactly. I don't either. You know, I don't know. Some cheap burger might be just as good as the
Yeah.
expensive one. All I'm trying to say is like we take for granted a sense of humor, and I think that we might have to start, in order to protect comedy, we might have to start being a little snobby about it, and we
Yeah.
might have to start taking the position of, oh yeah, you're not laughing at this when everybody else is because you aren't built for it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not that it's offensive or it's not funny. Everybody else is laughing, you're not.
Right.
You don't have the composition of someone who likes laughter.
Yeah.
And I think once we start implying that shame,
Right.
I think all of a sudden those people are like, well, I don't want to
I
be
don't want to be the guy who can't
who
laugh.
doesn't
Who
have a
sucks
sense of
at
humor.
laughing.
I
Yeah.
don't want to be a robot.
Yeah.
I think if we take that position like as comics
Yeah. That's a good point.
and start bullying back.
Yeah.
So just because some fucking twat or dickhead in the audience is going to be like stern face,
I was trying to figure that
that
out.
discredits
this
the
weekend.
whole joke. Fuck out of here, yo.
This idea that everything has to be okay for me to laugh at is just obnoxious.
Yeah.
You watch The Office.
Yeah.
All these liberals watch The Office.
Yeah.
Michael Scott is racist, homophobic,
Yeah, yeah.
blah, 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 but you're laughing at him, so it's different. But that's still the idea is that's what's funny.
I've done some thinking about this weekend. I think on some level, these people like, I think on some level these people that like these woke folks.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, and I don't want to generalize to white girls because it's not that specifically. It's not all white girls by any means, but a lot of times it is these girls that happen to be white.
White
Right.
feminists, I have a real problem
Sure,
with.
sure.
Real problem.
I have an issue with them in DC as well too. Just walked out going hate speech. I was like, someone get them an ambulance. So, but the thing I realize with them is, and they don't even realize they're doing it, right? But I think I can tell when someone isn't racist when they're around people from other races and or sexist or homophobic or anything, when they're around people from these other walks of life and they're still making jokes about them.
That's real comfort.
And that not only is a comfort, there's a lack of pity for those people.
Right.
Where I come from, if you view someone equally, you tease them.
Yeah.
If you're not teasing someone, is because you feel bad for them and you view them as lesser. I'm not going to tease the guy in the wheelchair.
Right.
I'm not going to tease the girl who's got the speech impediment.
That's a great point.
Right? And if I don't really know the fat kid, I'm probably not going to make fat
Right.
jokes.
Then
But
you're a bully.
Because then you're the bully. But if I feel now this isn't everybody, but when I'm with my people, I think that's how you show equality in a lot of ways, through humor. For those of us who value humor, I'm
Yeah.
gonna make fun of everybody.
I remember saying I liked you
Yeah.
and realized you weren't racist in this weird New York liberal way
Yeah.
because you would make fun of the fact that I was Indian or make jokes about it. But it also wasn't hacky, shitty accents and like
specific
"Hey,
shit.
curry. Oh.
Yeah.
It was like funny stuff. And I was like, oh, this guy knows specific things, so he knows something about us. And he's comfortable enough to joke, so he's met Indians in his life.
Yeah, because I want to treat you like I treat my friends.
And if you've met enough of a person, even if it's not a pity thing, it might just be familiarity.
Yeah.
I met enough of you to know what jokes I can make and what
what I
jokes
can
can't
say,
make.
what I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like I don't want you to hit off the woman's tee. You know what I mean? Like you know in golf how like the woman's tee is closer to the hole. Like I respect you.
Right.
I'm not gonna let you hit off
We're
the woman's
equals.
tee. Yeah, so I'm gonna make fun of you like
Yeah.
I make fun of Alex or I'll make fun of anybody
Right,
else, right?
right.
So these people, and here's the ironic thing: these people who won't make fun of you because
Right.
they think it's racist or
Yeah.
insensitive, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of times, often these white girls, and they think that they're doing it to be comforting to you or
Right.
be woke or be progressive, right? But I think on some level, what they're doing, and they don't even know it, but they're reinforcing their own superiority. They're going, hey, he has it rough. Hey,
Yeah.
it's tough to be you because you're not me.
My best friend went to school in Ann Arbor.
Right?
Yeah, a bunch of liberals
because-
said that exact thing.
It's tough to be you because you're not
Yeah.
me. All that means is, you know how good it is to be me?
Yeah, yeah.
So this woke shit reinforces
Right.
white supremacy.
Yeah, I think-
this is, right? I'm like,
There's something to that. This
how
idea,
a racist the least racist?
It's not hateful white supremacists, but it is. You're not as good as us.
It's
so
not
you
hateful.
Need the,
Exactly.
You need the help.
They're not going to murder anybody. They're not going to drag you behind a fucking car. They're not going to lynch or any of that shit. It's
Right.
never going to be that. But in their head, they look down.
Yeah, no, it's possible. I always thought again as lack of familiarity. I had a friend who you'd met. She's like famous on Instagram now for like makeup stuff, and we'd always get into it.
yeah, I know.
We'd always get into it because like she would say the stuff I said was offensive. I'd be like, you don't know any black people, so you think this is offensive because someone told you to, but
or because of how you view black people.
yeah. Oh, how you have she? Yeah.
You're uncomfortable saying
Yeah.
it because you believe these things to be true.
Right.
We're not uncomfortable saying it
Right.
because we know it's a joke.
Yeah.
And that's what these girls don't get when they hear the joke, or not just girls. There's a lot of like these like
Cucks.
cucky dudes as
Yeah.
well do it. And again, I don't want to generalize to like a group.
We
'Cause
can generalize cucks.
cucks, absolutely, but it's so easy to just go white girl. It's so
Yeah,
easy
yeah.
to do it, and because I hear people do it with like white guys as well. It's just so we're like an easy group to like
Yeah.
hate, and
Right.
because it's a specific type. If you go down south, those white chicks aren't like that. It's
give a fuck.
liberal. It's uber liberal white chicks.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Right? Would that be fair to say?
Oh, that's why I always say white feminists.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And it's just humorless, man. It's fucking humorless, man.
Anyway.
Anyway, we're a sports podcast.
Yeah.
And listen,
And it was a big sports weekend.
a fucking massive sports weekend.
Let's start with the biggest story.
You talk.
The biggest story is really heartbreaking for me to talk about.
Why?
I'm a Mavs fan, but I always loved the Spurs. I always respected the Spurs.
Okay. Yeah.
And Kawhi Leonard demanding a trade. It's exciting for
Yeah.
where he could go,
Yeah.
and he could play with LeBron, but I fucking hate that he's leaving Pop. And, I wanted to see Pop and LeBron together, so that's like my basketball dream.
Yeah.
And it's just not going to happen if this trade goes through.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. So he asked for a trade, and he said L.A. Right?
LA is the top of his list. Lakers, then Clippers.
Why would he go to the Clippers? Is there?
Just wants to be close to home.
Oh, is he from L.A.?
Yeah, he's from Riverdale. He went to high school in Riverdale, which is like an hour. Not Riverdale, Riverside.
Riverside, yeah.
Riverdale's a show
Yeah, that
about
shit is
Archie.
up in the Bronx.
Um,
but
yeah,
where
yeah.
white people live.
But it's about an hour outside of
Facts.
it's about an hour outside LA.
Okay. We have a situation here where Kawhi gets injured.
Right.
He leaves. That's Kyrie, but there we go. And there's Kawhi. Kawhi gets injured. Beautiful hands on that man. Gets injured. He leaves. Yes, he leaves the space that is controlled by Popovich. Right.
Yep.
The mind control, if you will, of Popovich. I feel like Popovich can really keep these guys' egos in check if he's around them all the time,
Interesting.
talking to them all the time. He leaves them, and he goes to a place. You said his uncle got in his ear.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
You said that to me, but
Right.
that's all. That's what you're the first person I heard it from. It could have definitely been his uncle, maybe other friends, something like that. I think on some level, he starts hearing these ideas of, hey, if you're here, you're never going to be a star. If you're here, it's never going to be your team. If you're here, it's going to be a different situation. Why don't you go somewhere you could be a star? There's a reason he's picking L.A., and I don't think it's to be close to home. You're rich enough to move your entire home.
Also, yeah, LA's got salary cap space. They could sign you. They could sign LeBron. They could maybe figure out a way to get Paul George along with it.
Right. I mean, that's a scary team.
That is a scary team. My question is, here's what from what I've read, to get Kawhi Leonard and then have cap space to sign those two, they would have to convince San Antonio to take Luol Deng's contract.
Yeah. No, it's not happening. He's not going to
Yeah,
LA.
why the fuck?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Kawhi wants to go to LA. Okay, cool. I don't care.
Yeah. But what is
Kyrie didn't wanna go to Boston.
What do the Clippers have?
They got a number 12 pick, I think a number 13 pick. They got, who's the boy that Tobias Harris. They got, I think, a first-round pick
Tobias Harris wouldn't be bad in a Popovich offense.
And a 12 and 13, I think it's 12 and 13. They have more in the way of draft.
I mean, nobody drafts
capital.
better than the Spurs. They can do great with second round shit. I mean, they've been getting great.
Yeah.
They've made the playoffs every year for like the last fucking 20 years, and they've still been getting great draft
And
picks.
the only big trade they made, I think, was the Richard Jefferson trade, which wasn't good.
Right.
And the big signing was LaMarcus Aldridge, which also isn't that great. So it's
Right.
just draft.
Okay. So where do you think he ends up going?
I genuinely believe Boston. If he gets traded. I think there's a solid chance he don't get traded.
Oh, that's right. They have the option not to
They
trade him.
could just not trade him. If I'm the Spurs, I just wait until March. If he changes his mind, cool. If not, whatever. Unless somebody really impresses me with an offer. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. If I'm
then-
Pop, I don't.
so
you
then
don't
what
know
do you
me
do?
shit, but I don't know you shit either, huh?
So then what do? You make him play? He's not
Sure,
going to
you
play.
you could choose not to play, cool, but like teams are gonna have to feel comfortable signing you to a $200 million deal, having not seen you since 2017.
They will.
I
They will.
mean,
they
he's-
sign guys that blow their fucking knee out.
yeah, I just think you're gonna probably leave money on the table.
All right, fine.
And just wait until you get the best deal. If you get a deal that blows you away, here's the thing about Boston: they have the Kings pick next year,
Yeah.
the Grizzlies pick next year.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies had the number 4 pick this year,
Yeah.
and they're thinking about moving it just to get Chandler Parsons' deal off the books.
Yeah.
This team is
RIP
not going to be good next year.
R.I.P. Zach Randolph's brother, man.
Oh shit, yeah. While we're talking
He
about
got
Memphis,
shot up and shit. Man, everybody getting shot up.
it's in a rough couple weeks, man.
Yeah. There was all these allegations that Zach was like really involved in, even as like an NBA superstar, involved in like gang shit.
Yeah.
With like drugs and gun running. And I wonder if, that shit eventually catches
Zach
up
is
to
a top 5 motherfucker you don't want it with.
you. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So, whatever. I don't give a fuck about Kyrie, to be honest with you.
Kawhi?
Kawhi. I really don't care.
Here's why I would be really happy if this happened, because I
He's so
tweeted.
boring. What was nice about him is that like he wasn't this guy. What was endearing about him is
He
that
was the
wasn't
unicorn.
this
Remember I
guy.
said that he's the real unicorn. He
What do you
drives I said like this is the only NBA superstar like this right now.
Right.
He don't give a fuck about money.
Yeah.
He drives a '96 Tahoe.
Yeah, he has cornrows.
Someone I know knew his college coach and said like this guy didn't give a shit about anything. He's a robot.
This is what was refreshing about
yeah,
him.
he
It
doesn't.
made him
He
likable.
lives with his mom. She cooks all his meals.
Yeah.
And so to do this, it's just sad for me.
Yeah, okay. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Okay, Kyrie. He's out of Boston. They're getting him out of there.
So this
And also, he's
hold on,
I
real
don't think
quick.
I want him in New York.
Real quick, you got to
Yeah.
get credit for this.
What is that? What is
Because
it?
this Boston conspiracy, this
course.
Boston media
They
conspiracy
run media.
that I still don't know if I fully believe in.
Promise
but
you. That's the deep state.
Andrew, if you haven't listened to previous episodes, he has basically said the Boston sports media controls the narrative for the NBA. Bob
And
Ryan in
NFL.
particular. And NFL.
Whatever story that this motherfucking Bob Ryan prints or whoever else at the Herald, whoever starts doing these Barstool guys will start putting shit out there. Everything's intertwined. Whatever they start with the story, and then everybody picks it up, and then it becomes a reality.
And
And,
then-
they're tainting Kyrie right now, and it's so funny to see it happen because if you look at Kyrie, 2 weeks ago, he was on the bench cheering on his team, right?
Yeah.
1 week ago, he's missing Game 7 to get a nose job. Kind of diva.
Yeah.
3 days ago, he's posting a fucking music video for like a song that he put out. Did you hear this song?
Yeah.
He's singing. He's like
Yeah.
kind of singing about him and his fellas getting girls. It's
Did
like,
he say party like is 95?
do you were like 11.
Yeah, that's what
What
I'm
are you fucking
saying.
doing in 95?
95,
Yeah.
I was 11. You
Yeah.
were like 4.
No. We're not gonna do it. So then maybe we should even see if we can get that song up, Alex. Can you see if we can get that up?
Will
So
you
he goes.
let us have that?
So yeah.
I bet.
I think it's on Instagram somewhere. Then he posts this long fucking Instagram message between him and talking about him and Kalani. I'm gonna go bring that up, Al. Bring that up. Let me just read this out. It's a picture of him and Kalani. Kalani's this singer. She's from like I don't know.
My girl
San
loves
Francisco.
Kalani. She's
Does
from the
she?
Bay.
She's got like tattoos
why she
all
got all
over
the
her
tattoos.
face and shit like that. And there was like this big drama because they were dating each other, and then she was in the bed with Party Next Door.
Yeah.
Right? So Kyrie goes, Kalani, I'm sorry. Gay! I know this is long overdue. I have to speak on this simply because I owe it to you, and you deserve the world to see you for you and how beautiful you are inside out, and not for the attachment. You went to Duke to an emotional moment in time where we both had to grow up and learn about our hearts and our souls in a world that judges and adds on fictitious pressure. SN, I don't know what that means. This is the same sentence.
Side note?
Side note, and Also add that we are public figures now on this social media monster of a platform. You don't have to be. You choose to be. I do not want any more negative energy towards her in any way. Nobody's thinking about her. She did not cheat or intentionally hurt me. We don't care. She actually did something extremely noble and respectful by fucking a rapper. But the fact that it's still a lingering narrative, no, it's not. Nobody cares. We want to know why you got a nose job in Game 7 and why you're making music when you should be playing for the Knicks. Is really outdated at this point. And as I'm hearing about what people are doing to try and intentionally hurt her on my behalf, it is bullshit. Who's trying to hurt you? Nobody's showing up to a Kalani show and yelling your name, dude.
That's enough of it. We've read enough of this.
Look, the lack of
Just go to the
understanding
hashtags.
of what we went through has bred a lot of unwarranted things happening. Jay-Z and Beyonce put out an album this weekend. Like, this is unimportant. Like, what world do you live in where you really think that your drama or anything like that has means anything in this regard? It's absurd. Whatever. We're not dating, besties, been besties, never stopped, never not will, well. Okay. Kyrie, I loved you 2 weeks ago. I really fucking loved you, man. You were one of my favorite players in the entire world. But this fucking sassiness, bro. This is some real sassiness.
Why is it
it's
sassiness?
It's just sass.
Why is it
It's just
sassy?
fucking sass,
It's
man.
emotional. I don't detect sass.
Package this. You got to compartmentalize it. Put this away. You're an NBA basketball player, and you're talking about,
It also happened a year and a half ago.
bro. Name a Kalani song,
I don't know. My girl's a fan though.
dude. Kalani is a yogurt. Okay, I don't know what the fuck Kalani is. Okay,
Oh,
any girl that likes Kalani does not know what basketball is.
that's true. My girl.
There's
don't know who
no
the fuck Kyrie
mixture
Irving is.
between
Yeah.
those people. They have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
So, bro, what are you doing here? What is this about? You're still friends with this girl? Congratulations. Why you need all of us to know? I don't understand this. It's like the
You think he
posting
just
the.
wants her back?
Say what?
He just wants her back?
No, he's saying we're friends. We're besties.
Yeah, but that's what you say if you're a cuck and you want to fuck.
Ooh.
Right? Am I wrong? Isn't that the go-to thing for a guy who
Good.
wants to holler
You're like
at a girl?
friending your way into the pussy.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
Which
a
is
good point.
disgusting to me. That's like soft rape to me.
What is?
Pretending to be friends so you could fuck.
Ooh, soft rape. Go.
It's like I'm being dishonest about my intentions.
yeah.
I want to fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna say I want to fuck you, and I'm gonna just lightly
Bro,
ease you
don't
into
even
the
put
idea.
this out there in the world. That's gonna become rape. Like that's really good because he was manipulative. And
Well, listen, good. What
Fine,
do you,
tried
what
to
do you
find
need
a way to
more
sleep with
female
me.
friends?
what's that?
You need more female friends? I'm good.
Wait, no. I'm talking about like you could catch a rape off of this.
Oh, for trying to be friends with a girl?
If we're putting it out there, like that's, in my opinion, that's how all these guys keep on getting fucked over.
He's
The
what?
holier than thou guys
Yeah.
is they keep on going. Yes, girls, you have been raped, and then let me phrase this right.
Yeah.
They
please.
keep on going. They keep on rewarding. There was this kid, Jamie Kilstein. Do you remember that comic?
Do we know Jamie Kilstein?
Do you guys remember
He's
Jamie
the
Kilstein?
vegan fuck?
Super cuck, right?
Yeah.
And like made a fucking living off of it. He made a living off of talking and telling girls basically that they were being sexually harassed, sexually assaulted for like even the most minor inconveniences.
Right,
a guy
right.
being emotionally manipulative, that is in a way rape, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden a girl cried that shit about him.
Yeah.
And you can't feel bad for him because you convinced these chicks that they were getting raped in the first place.
Okay, listen.
see what I'm saying?
I don't want to do that. What I want is for women to stop rewarding guys who just pretend to be nice guys and their friends to try to fuck them. Don't give them that. If a guy really pretends to be friends with you, if a guy is actually friends with you, he thinks you're ugly. Straight up. There's just no way. I don't have a single female friend that I'm attracted to. It's not going to happen ever.
You're 100% right, and I don't want to say that because I might have female friends that listen to this. But,
But you could be attractive. I'm just not attracted to you.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck
How
about
is that
anything.
possible?
You be attracted to other
Actually, I was
people.
thinking about that with men.
What?
Like, I can tell if a dude is attractive. Like, I can look at Tom Brady and be like, that's an attractive guy. But I'm not attracted to you. So how
Nah,
can you be attractive and I'm not attracted to you? Isn't that weird?
No, you just see that's a good looking dude.
But how? How do you know?
Because you know what's attractive.
How?
Because I know Tom Brady's a good-looking dude.
Because you want to fuck?
I fuck Tom Brady straight up in this shirt.
That's what I'm trying to say, son. It's weird, right? Like, so is my baseline attractiveness, like, for example, with girls, I'm nuanced in my attractiveness, right? Or like, there's specific things I like about a girl. Like, I like, I could like a thick girl, I could like a skinny girl, I could like all these different things. I specifically like it.
Right.
But I think that,
Descending toe order.
toes, all that shit. But I think with dudes, I think that I like.
Your dick just gets hard.
No.
Your dick just gets hard.
No. With dudes, I just want to fuck them all. No. No, I think when it comes to dudes, I think that it's just like whatever the Disney prince looked like, we think that's attractive.
No, I can see that because Aladdin was fine.
Disney prince.
Yeah, I know.
Brown
That's why
Prince.
I said it, of course. My man was like Zayn Malik.
He do look like that. How you know who that is?
Zayn Malik?
Gay! No,
Zayn Malik is that dude.
Is
That's
he?
the best looking dude on earth, and he brown. Of course
Wait a
I'm
minute,
gonna
the
know
One
Zayn Malik.
Direction?
Hell yeah.
He's not the best one in One Direction.
Who better looking than Zayn Malik in One Direction?
Harry.
Get out of my face, dog. I don't even know what
Harry
he looks
10
like.
times better looking, bro. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. What, Alex?
What's the next?
What?
Oh, this is the song. I got the song.
Yo, you
queued
got it
up.
ready?
I'm out.
Hold on. It's in the Uncle Drew movie?
Yeah.
Oh, pause. Cut it. I didn't know it was in the Uncle Drew movie.
Oh.
I thought he's starting his own career.
Oh, no. This is for the soundtrack.
Oh, that's more forgivable. Okay, that's fine. Forget it.
So fuck it.
Because now he's just trying to like hang out with his friends and party with his friends. And they're doing it like it's 1995 because they're 70 years old and
Gotcha.
they want to be 50. Okay,
All right,
fair
yeah.
enough. All right, whatever. So Kyrie, Kyrie's on his diva shit and it's a problem. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not having it.
Do you think you said LeBron put in the call?
To whom?
You said that as soon as Kaz told us Kawhi demands a trade. He said LeBron put in the call. I'm asking you what you meant.
Put in the call to Boston?
I don't know, bro. You the one that said that shit. You just said LeBron put in the call.
Sometimes I be saying shit.
You do just be saying shit. I knew it.
Nah, you did say that, though.
I did say that?
Yeah.
What'd I say it like?
Here's what I
For
think.
the trade.
Here's
Yeah,
what I
He's
think you
trying
do.
to start a super squad.
I was trying to do that?
He said LeBron was trying to do that.
Who?
Oh, my God.
Boston could easily
Yeah.
trade for LeBron and Kawhi, and that's the craziest squad ever.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Keep
Yeah.
Tatum, keep Horford,
It's great. Done.
Terry Rozier off the bench.
Bye.
Probably
Kyrie.
keep one of your good ass draft picks for next
Kyrie,
year.
Not good enough to keep him. I'll take him in New York, but he's not good enough to stop LeBron from coming. LeBron guarantees you finals approach. It's not even. It's not even.
That's
a
where he
question.
needs to go, fam.
I mean, it could absolutely happen. Look, we have some special guests here
Yeah.
that we have because everybody's been asking us to talk about fucking soccer, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually like the World Cup. I'm not a big fan of soccer, the sport, but I am a big fan of war and just countries fighting and like, just superiority and that kind of shit like that. And I love.
I didn't know if you'd be into it without America in it.
I like their own little rivalry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I like when countries have their beef, like
Right.
it's historic, you know, and like
right.
so I'm into if England is fighting against playing against Germany or something like
Right.
that, or like I don't know, Brazil, Argentina, I don't know whatever the fucking history goes, or like I think there was Iran and Iran was playing Morocco or some shit
That's
like that.
beef?
I don't know, probably some hummus or like couscous, competition, whatever. They always, bragging about that shit. So basically, I like the rivalry
Right.
that goes along with,
Yeah.
with soccer. So we got some soccer dudes.
Let's
Our-
bring them on.
our
but
good
first,
friends.
But first, we gotta do some reads.
Oh yeah, we do have to do a read. We have a very important read to do right now, matter of fact. We got to wait till Alex gets back to his seat so we can do it. And then we're going to bring on our guys.
Can you start though?
Yeah, I'm going to do it. Guys, we have ads, and we have a very important ad. We've been hyping this ad up for quite a while.
I'm excited.
And talking about being excited. Guys, okay. We got to talk about sex here, okay? Good sex. Consensual, good sex, okay? I almost don't even want to read what they have to give us because I'm just so interested in the experience. I know Alex also had this experience. Basically, there's this company called Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Okay. But Blue Chew is basically Viagra became, over the counter now. Not over the counter, but generic versions, right?
Okay.
So basically, all the shit that's in Viagra or Cialis. Cialis is the other drug, right? Oh, you got the Blue Chew on you? Oh,
I
good
got
one.
that shit, fam. I
Let's
got that
go.
shit.
All right,
That's
so
that
here's
crack
the Blue
right
Chew,
there.
dude. This shit right here. Oh, you already got it broken up.
I'm ready, fam. I'm
All right.
ready.
So basically, what it is boner pills. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, no dude should be able to go or should have to go through life without being able to get erect when he wants to get erect. On some serious shit, if you listen to this and you suffer from erectile dysfunction, get on this shit immediately. If you haven't even gotten on it yet, this is crazy. You don't even need to go to the doctor. It's new the way they do shit now. It's similar to marijuana subscription, where you could just email your symptoms to a doctor and your doctor goes, oh, yeah, those are the symptoms. So you're basically like, yo, I'm having trouble getting my dick up. And then he's like, well, yeah, those are the symptoms of not getting your dick up. So you should have this pill that gets your dick up, right? So I'm not going to pitch a product to the asshole army without trying it. Alex is not going to pitch a product to the asshole army without trying it. Okay? I bit this pill in half.
Alex told. All right. Well, go get to that. You were warned about this.
I bit this pill in half. Guys, 20 minutes went by. First of all, I'm still on the pill right now.
That's why he's talking about dudes like this.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'll take anything. Okay. I bit this pill in half. We went at it. Okay.
You and your man.
Me and my I put this chick in an ambulance. Let me tell you something. Literally, bro, afterwards, bro, she said, call the ambulance. She said, call the ambulance. I said, what do you need the ambulance for? She's like, everything broke. Call the ambulance. Bro, look, first of all, it's really fun because it becomes hypersensitive. Like, listen, this is some shit where, like, if you got some erectile dysfunction, do it. If you also just want to have a really fun time, do it, right? It's like popping Molly for your dick, right? I promise you. It's fucking, dude, it is legit. Alex, come here on the mic just because you will use it already. And then we're going to get our soccer guys in right now. But,
Alex is the first guy to use it.
Yeah, Alex is the first dude to use it, right? But I said, don't tell me anything until it happened right now. So I'm just going to tell you my story real quick. Went at it. First of all, I'm in the shower, right? Cleaning off my shit. Just clean off my shit. Cocked it back. Just cleaning my dick, right? Son, I'm in the shower. Just doing, I'm getting my suds on, right? I'm getting my suds on and my shit is full mass, right? Like, let's go. Yeah.
Right.
So I get out the shower and that shit chills out for a second. We start eating sushi, right? What? Because I wanted the shit to be fully in, right? And I'm going to keep 100. I had half the pill, right? I had half the pill because he was like, yo, be careful, take a third. He goes, I was getting boners like a teenager the rest of the day, right? I got no underwear on right now because I ran out of underwear because I've been on the road so much. So I'm just dick on Gene. Gene on dick.
That's a problem.
Yeah. I already get kind of hard when that happens. So good thing we got 2 male guests. All right, so it's going down. I'm not going to lie. This is what was interesting about it, and I'm interested to see if you felt the same way. Yeah. Did you feel like you could last longer?
Yes.
That shit bugged me out.
Yo.
That shit. Fuck the boner. Fuck the boner. The boner was sick, but I could get hard.
And this is the thing you've had jokes about since year 1 of comedy.
Bro.
Now, let me ask you.
Okay, go.
Did you think it was bigger?
No. Not at all. Same size. Wait, you had some extra dick hiding, bro?
I had extra dick.
Word?
I had extra dick.
How much extra?
She couldn't take it.
Really?
Yep.
But she could take it before?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes.
She got hired by Blue
So
Chew.
you got as hard as you would get probably if you were fucking a dude, and that's what it was. It's the artificial hard on that you normally get and you naturally get with dudes. That's what happened.
man. You're the one watching Queer Eye while we out here fucking girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is very straight. At least I get a full erection when I have sex with my girl.
You do?
It's not good.
Yo, you don't even know if it's full. He thought he was getting full boners his whole life. Maybe you think your dick is so trash Because you're not getting full dick.
Maybe.
Yo, I can't wait to
Yo,
hear
real
this
talk.
I'm
story.
You about to
excited.
get
I
full.
can't
Son, I'm
wait.
about to take the rest of the pill, bro. Why you told me only take half, son? I gotta take the whole thing, bro.
Yeah, but tomorrow you're just gonna be getting random boners.
So?
I'm going to resort with my girl for 4 days.
Oh, you
Boners
gotta
mean
take
nothing
that.
to me.
Oh.
Adults only. I don't got to worry about creeping out kids.
Oh, you're
Just
good.
Don't give a
Oh,
fuck.
you are
No,
so
you're good.
I'm
Now,
taking that shit as soon as I land.
I'm gonna give you another pill. I have another one because
That's
I think you
what's
should
up.
take two. No, take two.
Take 2 at once.
Take two at once. Take two at once. I'm not even joking. Dude.
His dick's
I want
gonna
you
be
to
bigger
take
than
two.
him.
Absolutely. Son, take two at once. Take two at once. And then,
I'll take a whole
honestly,
one.
make her fuck her until she apologizes. Listen, no, for real, bro. Because here's the thing, dude. Honestly, everything you've ever wanted to work
God,
out in
this is
therapy, all that shit, bring that shit back out. Bring that shit back. Remember
Let
when
me
I was
tell you
doing too
something.
much comedy?
Let me tell you
Say
something, listeners.
sorry.
I pay $150 an hour for therapy.
Yeah.
This shit is $20 a month.
$20 a month, yo. Oh, there's like,
Coupon codes? We got coupons?
oh, no, son, this is the crazy thing. Right now, we got a special deal for our listeners. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment, wait for it, free.
Fuck!
Get
out
a
of
bigger,
here.
longer lasting
Yo.
dick for free
Where's my
when you
phone?
use our special promo code FLAGRANT. Okay? FLAGRANT. You just pay $5 shipping, which I think is reasonable for a bigger dick. Again, that's BLUE chew.com. Okay? BLUE chew.com. The promo code is FLAGRANT to try it for free. That's Blue Chew, okay? Blue Chew, the better, cheaper, faster choice. I'm telling you, the lasting longer while still feeling good, because it's one or the other usually. This is what was so crazy. It's one or the other, right? It's you're so drunk you can't feel your dick, or the condom is really whatever. You can't feel your dick so you could last longer, right? Or you feel your dick and you feel the pussy feels really good and then you bust off quick. This was feeling it. Son, I got anxiety at first because it was feeling so good, and I was like, man, I'm gonna bust off so fast. It's like, fuck, bro. Like, and then she kept riding. She's like, would you like to go on top? I was like, as a matter of fact, I would. As a matter of fact, I would. I didn't think that we'd be still going at this moment in time. Bro,
Wait, did you tell her?
hell yeah.
Oh.
I'm not going to let her know I'm on the roids.
You just thought your dick grew,
Oh,
fam?
God.
She just thought you out here doing the exercise.
No. You got to be a group effort. You got to call your girl or something like that. You got to let her know because I don't want that expectation. I don't want that. She had a little vibrator on. That's the thing that really made me nut. It's because she was putting a vibrator in my butt. No, I'm just joking. No, but she was putting it on her clit.
Yeah.
And then the pussy was shaking so much, and my dick was kind of shaking a little bit, and it was too much good feeling. I had the Blue Chew going. I had my dick full. You know what I mean? There was vagina and vibration. Nah, bro. Filled up that yimmy. Filled up that yimmy.
Oh, you splashed?
Say what?
Never mind.
No, Jimmy cap.
Oh, okay.
Condom.
Jimmy. Got
Yeah,
Oh, it
I
felt
was
good
Spanish,
with
Jimmy.
the. It felt good with the condom.
Son, I use condoms, bro.
That's new.
Yeah, you're right. Yo, but I was scared because I thought the Blue Chew was gonna go through this bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know if I'm that hard, if it's gonna be like a really strong shot. You know what I mean? Because that could go right to the uterus.
All right, here's the deal with this.
Right? 'Cause no, I'm 34. I dribble, but if it was Blue Chew, it could go right there, bro. For real. I don't know. Or what if the Blue Chew makes like the pre-cum super good?
Super fertile.
Son, yeah.
It's fertilizer.
I don't know. I don't know how Blue Chew works. But now I do. If you just use a condom, you still feel your dick, and it feels incredible. And was the nut incredible?
Oh.
Son, I went like this. I don't have to make sounds when I nut. And I went, I was like, call the ambulance.
Yo, so here's the deal though. If you want to hear the rest of us, you got to start. If you want to hear my account, Kaz's account,
We getting
listeners'
Akash
account.
next week and Kaz next week.
But y'all
And-
gotta buy, otherwise Blue Chew might be
Yo.
like, yo, your listeners didn't really support. We don't want to keep paying
That's
for these
true.
ads.
If y'all want to have
y'all
some
gotta
fuck-
buy.
Listen,
Yo,
hey,
they're
yo,
gonna
and
buy
if
after
y'all
this
buy, real talk, let us know if you got some crazy stories that's going on about your
Send
dick
them.
growing.
Send
'Cause
them.
I'll read them on this.
We'll read one a week for as long as they'll advertise. And if you want to be anonymous, we will. And if you don't, fuck it.
Yo, and any girls, it's okay to drug your boyfriend with this.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
He be
Is
drugging
that
you with
okay?
liquor your whole relationship. Anytime he wants to have sex, you want a wine, baby? You want You want? They got a whole section of Reds if you want it.
So true. Anyway, so go make sure you go to BLUEChew.com, promo code Flagrant, and try it for free right now. Blue Chew. Make that shit happen. Okay, let's bring our guests in, man. Let's
Yeah,
bring our
one more.
guests in. What's up?
Bucket.
Oh, but that's after. So, we got two guys that
Friends of ours for years.
for years, comedians and hosts of a very successful soccer podcast. Come on in, sit down, guys.
Grab
Come
seat.
on, sit down.
Oh boy.
So,
What's good?
let me. How you doing, guys? Thank you so much for coming. Now, we're here with Alexis and Christian. Now, some of you guys know Alexis. If you've listened to Brilliant Idiots, when some
Yeah.
shit was popping off with
Gua.
Gua,
I
I
just
had to
stopped
bring in
getting
my
death
Cuban.
threats.
Did you really?
I just stopped getting death threats on
Well,
Twitter.
I brought
Thank
in my
you.
Cuban
Thank you.
specialist, right?
Yeah.
And
closer.
you came in, and you killed it.
He
I
did
thought it
this
was really
thing.
good. It was good. You had
Oye,
you had a
papo.
really good episode.
Thank
And so you might be familiar with Alexis. Christian is another friend of ours. Both stand-up comedians. Both do a soccer podcast.
That's right.
We're like the flagrant two of soccer.
There you go.
I mean,
Called
There
the
you go.
Cooligans.
Called the Cooligans.
Cooligans.
Yeah, and a lot of your fans have been tweeting at us, being like, "Yo, get these
Get
dudes
these guys
on the show."
So it's
Yeah.
been a while that this has been in the making, but you guys have a specific soccer podcast in that it's about Major League Soccer
It's about American soccer.
or American.
Or it's like it's just
Is that
soccer
different?
from like the American point of view, and we mainly talk about soccer that's happening in America. Nobody else is doing that.
Right.
We said, "Fuck it, we're gonna do it."
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Now you'll still talk about the big things that happen
For sure.
in soccer, but you will have your niche is that you're actually going to be talking about these American teams, and you found that like people are interested and people
Yeah,
are
we
fucking
got
with it.
pride in what we do.
we
Everybody
go.
shits on what we do. Like imagine.
Do they do that? Is it?
Yeah,
they're-
we're the laughing
It's
stock.
all
of
we
soccer.
deal with.
Yeah,
Just people-
MLS is horrendous.
Just
Really?
even just Americans trying to play it is
Yeah.
just.
It's-
Are we okay? So here's a couple questions.
And the MLS is no longer horrendous. It used to be.
It used to
real
be.
fun.
Are we bad? Are we that bad? How bad are we realistically?
Couldn't make the cut.
You know what? We're probably like what? What would you say? Like fifth, sixth best league in the world?
Yeah, I would say we're definitely top 10.
Give me
closer to the
basketball
mid.
analogies. So which country would we be if it's basketball?
Spain.
That's the second best league in the world.
Okay, Argentina.
That's the third best league in the world.
No.
What is it? It's probably Spain is second. Then I don't know. I don't know anything after. Oh,
yeah.
maybe China or something like that. I don't know. But like we're pretty shitty.
All right, look, we ain't the best, but we're building at a faster rate. We're getting closer to the top faster than anyone else because we're sort of influx a lot of money and we're learning a lot more.
Yeah,
our
and-
players
yeah.
are getting better. This kid Christian Pulisic plays in Germany. He's
yeah.
gonna be the
Is
first.
he really good?
He's,
He's-
fucking
he's
incredible. He's like
amazing.
19 years old.
Yeah,
He's-
he's
that
like
good?
Liverpool wants him. They might pay like 60, 70 million.
And he's
for
a
him.
Caucasian.
He's
yeah,
very
white dude from
Caucasian.
Hershey, PA.
So what's
he's
up
so
with
good
all
that when
these-
people find out he's American, they're shocked.
But
That's
the,
how good he is.
America's 30% Latino.
Hell yeah.
Tons of Mexicans.
Yep.
Step it up.
Well,
Here's the problem.
There's
Here's
a lot
the
of
problem.
You
issues.
mean like what's going on here?
Everyone who runs American soccer looks like you, so they run back to Mexico.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because they're Mexican American, they can play for Mexico or the United States, and usually the structure is better in Mexico, so they're like, let's go play over there because the U.S. is not even qualifying for the World Cup in 2018.
Yeah, some tall Nordic-looking dude shows up and is like, "Hola, senor, we want your son to play for America," and they're like, "No, fuck that."
That's not how Jurgen Klinsmann talks.
He's out. He's fired. Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that his last name is literally Klansman? And he's from Germany.
Yeah.
He's just like holding his hand down all day.
So your
But
middle
he
name
was
is
good.
Kills the Jews. All right, jeez.
But he was good though, right? Like that guy at least had some structure. He had us playing hard.
He had a lot of problems with like he wanted too much power. The
He
U.S.
was like
Soccer
an-
Federation
yeah.
didn't want to give
a
it to him.
German wanting too much power.
He was almost too
Oh.
structured. I think that was the problem.
Interesting.
You know how like in
what
basketball,
else did he not want on the team?
somebody wants to be the
Hertzberg,
VP.
get the fuck out of here.
You know how somebody wants to be like the VP and the GM?
Yes.
And like they're
We
really
see it
good
in
at one.
basketball.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
happens all the time in basketball. That's what happened to him. He wanted to be the head coach and the technical director. Great technical director. Terrible coach.
What makes somebody, first of all, what is even a technical director?
All right, soccer's different than any other sport in the sense that, like, by the time you're 8 years old, you need to start learning a system of how to play. See, every other American sports are you're as good as your best player. In soccer, you're only as good as your weakest player. You need to be a team. So the whole team has to have a certain level of skill in order for you to be good, right? So a technical director says, like, all right, all the way through the U8s, which are the under 8-year-olds, should play a specific system, learn these certain skills. So when they get to be an adult, they're very well developed to play this
So,
level.
This is what we hear about when we hear about like a club.
Yeah.
and how this club has like an under 8 team. And
Yeah, an under 10, an under
10,
12, under
right.
15.
and they're being curated in this club.
Yeah,
Right?
By the time like you were really good at basketball, right?
Right.
By the time you were 8 years old, if the Knicks did the NBA did their shit like Europe, you would have been pulled into the Knicks. You'd be getting not paid, but you'd be getting tutelage for free. You'd be getting taught by NBA professional
Right.
coaches how to play at the level of 8. They're like, don't try shooting threes right now. Fuck around a lot with layups. Learn how to do this dribble.
How
So by
much
the
can
time
you
you're
tell at
10,
age 8?
A lot.
A lot.
They say that you could tell how good a professional is going to be, and what the potential is by the time they're 10 years old.
Okay, so this guy Messi is a good example of that, right?
Yeah, he was 13. He got sold to Barcelona. I mean, sold human sounds weird, but
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this sense, it's pretty good.
So wait. So he's 13 and he's growing up in Argentina.
Yeah.
And they see some skill in this kid,
Yeah.
and he becomes part of the Barcelona club team.
Yeah.
So that's
the
Barcelona.
academy.
The
The
academy.
academy,
That's what it's
yeah.
called, an academy, right? And I'm assuming a lot of people listening to the podcast right now do not know the nuance of soccer. So we're going over shit that's
No, that's-
probably
yeah, yeah,
basic
no
for you
problem.
guys, but
yeah,
for
this
us,
is
you
like
know,
lower level
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
but yeah.
So
you
we
gotta
need to
this.
understand it, right? So you go into this academy. Now my understanding is they started giving them HGH.
Well, they
at
kept
a
them in
young
Argentina
age.
for that because it's illegal in Europe. So here's what they did. They're like, yo, we're gonna buy you in 2 years, but here's a sum of money so you can start getting that built up because he had a degenerative disease that kept him real small. So he's tiny now, but he would have been even tiny.
So he
would've
needed the
been-
HGH.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, in soccer, they don't give HGH to all the kids. I just don't want. Messi's a unique case.
only the ones who
good
suck
ones.
good dick. So get out there, suck some dick.
Great touch. You gotta have the good touch.
Yeah,
you kick
yeah.
with your left foot. It's like a lefty from Cuba or whatever
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
If you're on the boat, right,
Yeah.
and they catch you, and they're like, "Which hand?" They're like, La izquierda. Okay, give it.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah. You know by how good the boat is. You're on a speedboat. That guy got a good left arm. Yeah, you got 2 oars. It's like damn. Son.
There's a pitcher for the Marlins who died last year. God, we're talking about everybody who fucking died, but his name was
R.I.P. XXX.
what is his name?
Oh,
I
yeah.
forget. But I know what
Oh,
you're talking
not
about.
Jose Rodriguez.
probably.
Yeah, I know
Most
who you're
generic
talking about, yeah.
Latino name ever.
Yes.
No, but I forget his name. But I did an MTV thing with him once, and he had a funny joke. And I was like, so how did it end up coming here? You came here on a boat, whatever? And he was like, yeah, the Coast Guard stopped us. And they were like, who's on the boat? And he was like, he goes, a lefty with location.
Hell yeah.
I was like, yo, for a baseball player, that's a pretty
Yeah.
good joke.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
take it.
All right, parkour. Very nice.
But okay, so you see some talent. They stuff him full of HGH. They use this excuse that he got a degenerative bone disease or
He
something like
legitimately
that.
did. Yeah.
I mean, okay, fine, but
Because he would have been just as good 3 inches shorter.
he's not going to be 3 inches shorter. He was probably going to be like 5 feet tall.
He's 5'3".
No, he's 5'8".
No, he's not. He's like,
I
I think
think-
he's 5'5" at best.
Get the fuck out of
He's,
here!
he's
he's
definitely
bad,
not
man.
5'8". He's very small. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a very small man.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here!
he's super
Dude,
little. That's
tiny.
why everybody loves him. Which is
Like,
something I'd
Jarrett
like to
Jack
ask
should
y'all
have been
about.
a soccer player. You know what I mean?
Who?
Jarrett Jack. You
The
know,
basketball
yeah,
player?
He's tiny as hell. He should have been.
Chris
No, but-
Paul would have been really good, is what my homie who watches soccer says.
Yeah.
Really?
He said LeBron would be a great goalkeeper. He's
Okay.
not scoring
We
on
always
him.
ask this question: who is Steph Curry?
In
Soccer.
soccer, Messi.
Okay.
Yeah.
And LeBron is Ronaldo.
Kobe.
It's the closest
LeBron
comparison.
is Courtois, which is not a joke you're
that-
going to
look,
get, but he's just a monster.
LeBron is
human being.
a physical specimen.
Ibrahimovic.
To be honest,
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe
maybe,
he-
but I don't think LeBron would be good at soccer. He's just too big. Everything
No, I'm
he
talking
does,
about
he
like
get red
transferring
cards.
his skill set. Like I imagine.
Who's the physical freak that's good at
I would-
everything?
I
in
would say
soccer?
Ibra.
Zlatan, Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, I think Ibrahimovic is
Closest you're going to get.
the best. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then okay, are you guys Ronaldo or Messi?
This is what I wanted to ask.
I mean, yo, we argue about this all the time. Just
Yeah.
we try not to do it on the podcast, but if you would have asked me after the Champions League final, I would have said Messi.
You try not to have the most interesting convo in sports on your
But
podcast.
it's- it
How many
gets-
times can you do
how
that?
many times-
We're a
Have you
weekly
watched
show.
ESPN?
ESPN.
I know. No one else is.
LeBron. It
LeBron
works.
or Jordan LeBron.
Why
or
do you
Jordan?
think you guys are getting ads for dick pills that apparently sound amazing? By the way? It's because people are listening to this shit, not the same argument.
We
for
talk
17
every
hours.
single time about LeBron. Three
Yeah?
straight things.
Yeah, we do.
But he does a lot of shit. I would say after a hat trick against Spain, fuck, I'm back on the Ronaldo.
How
boat.
can you not? The
Yeah.
guy steps up. I mean,
I also like a good asshole. That sounds all right. Pause.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like a good way.
Okay.
asshole.
someone had the full pill.
Like I don't even need to spit on it. No, I like someone who's just an asshole. And I like that about Ronaldo.
Okay, unapologetic asshole,
Cocky.
cocky.
Everything got to be about that.
Greatest
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
that I not the greatest thing they ever done, but one of the things I really appreciate, got that ugly statue removed.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
That's a
Ronaldo.
ballsy move right there.
Yeah.
Some chick made like a statue of him. They put it at the airport
It was ugly as fuck.
in Portugal. Yeah, he looked retarded, right?
Yeah.
And
They actually moved it. They didn't get
Oh,
rid of it.
they didn't get
You
rid of it,
can
they
go-
just
go-
moved
Yeah,
it.
you can go there now. He asked for it to be moved. But he also made his own statue. And it's him standing, and it has a massive bulge.
Of course it does.
He gave himself a statue with
course
just
it does.
the king of all cock
Dude,
bulges.
I was in D.C. this past weekend, and I'm just looking at all these monuments and statues. And first of all, I really want a statue. That's
Yeah.
something I want.
I'm with you.
I fucking want that shit.
Okay.
I
Center
have
of
to
a
figure out
city.
how to find a way to do it, but I want that shit. Doesn't have to be the center of a city. It could be outside
Like
a
a
comedy
full
club or
body
something like
statue
that.
or bust of your head.
I want the body, bro. I want
Okay.
the whole thing.
All right.
Just on my head. What is that? It's a
Didn't that
fucking
artist just-
self-portrait.
Didn't that artist just put up that little girl in front of the bull? Son, let's just go do this.
Bro,
Put me on top of the bull, right? In the fucking
yo, that'd be hot. Just mechanical.
Let's
Dude,
get it.
Yeah, as long as we could just slander art, that'd be
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Or just put me on Washington's knee, or no, Lincoln's knee. See that?
Yeah. Someone Photoshop that, please.
yeah.
Oh, dude, that's a new way of like. Oh, that's the new Banksy.
Yeah.
You just gotta like mock art.
Put your own shit up
On top of
statues.
other shit,
I want to
shit.
be behind George Washington on a horse, just holding him like a girl holds a dude on a motorcycle. Let's get it.
Or that picture of him when he's crossing the Delaware on like the boat with his foot up, just you bent over in front of him like that. Yeah, get that shit
You're
washed.
holding onto the boat.
Anyway, I appreciate the man putting the statue that's gonna live on forever in
Yeah.
a way that he liked to be
Big
remembered,
ass dick.
right?
Yeah.
Big ass dick.
Yeah.
And it's
Can I
really high, so it's almost like the dick is like
You're
eye
looking at the
level.
Dick is
Yeah.
in
Look
your
at the
face,
dick.
but it's at like a dude's eye level, right? Because don't mad people say he's gay?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
That's like
He's
a
had a
big
lot
rumor,
of kids,
right?
but he's had a lot of kids with like women that aren't his girlfriends, like surrogates and shit.
Yeah.
He literally buys girls ovaries,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's
rents
up.
them,
That's what's up.
and then takes the kid away from the girl. It's kind of
Listen,
weird.
a guy
right?
like
What's-
him
He's
needs
just
to
like,
procreate.
a little farm breeding all these
He
little kids.
is.
But yo, every one of those boys is incredible at soccer. There's nothing but Instagram
saying,
highlights.
that
Dude,
guy-
these kids just like hitting.
Literally
curlers at,
just
6
like
years
there was
old.
a Portugal friendly like a week or two ago, and he had his son in front of like 50,000 people take like cracks like from the 18-yard box, and he's like banging in curlers.
Dog, adults can't do
Adults
this.
kids, this little kid is
Christian
like
plays soccer every fucking weekend. He can't do this.
he's like 9 years old. this
I
kid.
don't have the thumb dexterity to do this shit
On
on
the
FIFA.
video game?
My man's doing this at 6 years old. Like it's nothing.
For
But
real,
a
man.
guy like that, a guy like LeBron, we need these guys to have as many kids as possible, just
Yeah,
for humans.
yeah,
they
for
should.
the upcoming war against the
I
robots.
felt
whatever.
uncomfortable
God.
Don't they
talking
need
about
moms?
players
I feel like
being
they need
sold.
moms.
Huh?
So who mothers them?
Soccer is the mom.
Yeah, that is a fuck.
the academy.
Yeah, you
No, no.
suck the tea to the club that owns you.
but what happens? I'm really curious about that. Like, who gets to mother the kids?
Probably one of his 38 assistants.
Yeah.
So
he's-
he literally hires a woman to be the mom to his kids.
Yeah, I mean, he has girlfriends. They're like, the Instagram thought who's like, okay, let's just pose and act like I know what I'm doing.
There is a certain privilege with being a soccer superstar that's not afforded to like American sports. Because if
100%.
LeBron had surrogate mothers for his kids, he'd be looked at as a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Brady did it.
Yeah, the privilege is Latin America. That's the privilege. You're in countries they don't give a fuck.
Well, because what he
South
does on the
America,
field
I don't
Latin
know.
is so
America.
important.
Then no fucking Beckham ain't doing this. Beckham got to be faithful to this bitch ass wife of his.
No,
He
no.
just got
Spice.
he just got his daughter's math teacher pregnant.
That's the
Yeah.
rumor. I don't know if
Oh,
it's true,
word?
but that's,
That's what's
that's
up.
Beckham out
coming up.
there, son.
That's what's up.
You 45-year-old doing neck tattoos. You
No,
think you're not
yeah.
smashing
But
pussy on the
I'd
side?
say-
no, Beckham is splashing the
But he got
city.
Yeah.
to
good.
keep that a secret.
Look,
What?
I'd
gotta
say
be better.
that the reason that soccer players are afforded that like more license to do that is because they are bigger stars than LeBron,
yeah.
than Curry. They're global.
Not only the bigger, people care more about the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the sport is fucking. It's
everything.
religion
Yeah.
to them.
Like,
It's
you know when,
everything.
like, NFL players wear, like, the same city's hockey jersey? Like, the hockey team's doing really well.
Yeah, yeah.
Good luck. And everyone's like, oh, that's so cute. They're helping out. That's how people look at, like soccer stars when they wear NBA jerseys. Like, oh, you're talking
How
about this
kind.
little sport that
Oh,
only people like
charity.
in one
It's
country.
like, how nice of
That's
them.
so cute. You're repping Steph. Ay, Dios mío, okay, cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, thank you for helping out this small league, the
Yeah,
NBA.
yeah,
100%. That's how
Really?
big a name
Yeah,
these
yeah.
guys are.
Really?
Yeah.
But who? Wait. I'm trying to understand. Like,
Yeah.
You can't even imagine that this star
No,
is
no,
bigger
but,
than
like,
LeBron and
here's what's
Curry.
Yeah.
blowing
no,
my
no.
mind.
I understand that they're bigger, but like to people who don't have money.
I don't understand. Oh, like to just poverty because they're so impoverished.
Yeah, it's just poor people like it, right? It's like I get you like it because you could play it. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got
That's one way to look at it.
No,
Yeah.
but that's it, right? It's like I'm sure it's fun.
Well,
when you just have dirt.
yes, from when it's you're playing soccer on that dirt, right?
Yeah.
And
I play soccer every day when I was a kid. When I kicked the little can till I got to the
So-
school, and then I came back. Right? Like,
I didn't know you
was
grew
your
up during the
academy.
Depression.
no, for real. Like it's just like walking is bored. Oh, let me try to keep this thing in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but soccer for a lot of countries is the only way out. I mean, compared to in the U.S., yeah, you can live in a poor place, but you move 2-3 miles and you're doing all right. All
Yeah,
of
the
a
whole
sudden.
country's poor.
This is why. This
yeah,
is why.
exactly.
Yeah.
So this
This
soccer's
is why
the only way
Dominicans
out.
and Puerto Ricans will never be good at soccer because they got reggaeton. They got another way
They
out.
have another way
You
of
need
doing
one.
it.
You need only
Baseball.
one.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
just
yeah.
You got to shut off entertainment, my
Yo,
guy.
everybody, can
We need
I plug my
one.
SoundCloud right now? My shit.
Yeah, they can upload from their phone. Oh, we done. They're never gonna get outside and run. Fuck.
Yeah, why don't they care about soccer?
Because Americans took over there. That's where they
Yeah,
learned
yeah.
baseball. Same thing with Venezuela. Venezuela, baseball's still the #1 sport.
Really?
Yeah.
So any country where America doesn't have like a huge political influence,
Yeah.
you're going to see soccer as the number
I
one.
don't even think it's about politics. It's just a financial influence. Like DR, obviously, every Major League Baseball team has an academy in DR. And
Yeah,
it's- and
these
that-
kids are taking garbage bags and tying them with rubber bands, and that's how they learn to throw a ball. If you go to Brazil, they're learning like Neymar learned with like a water bottle stuffed with shit. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay, real quick, we got to pay some bills here. We need to take a little bit of break, then we need to get back to this soccer talk. This summer, there's a huge soccer tournament going on. We've been talking about it. Maybe you've heard of it, okay? The MLS Cup. I mean, the World Cup. Nah, the World Cup, the United States isn't in it, man. The United States men's team, we did not make the World Cup. But you know which team did make the World Cup, Akash?
Which team?
Iceland.
Oh shit.
Iceland made. I got a lot of respect for Iceland, especially Icelandic vodka, like Reyka vodka. Okay, because Reyka vodka, you know what they're doing? They're recruiting you to be an honorary Icelander and cheer for Iceland this summer. Get drunk, clap your hands like that Viking shit. Okay,
And this is much nicer than the way Vikings used to recruit.
that is
So
very true.
keep
And
that
we're
in
not
mind.
going
Be
to bring that
appreciative.
out right now as we pay bills. Iceland is the smallest nation to ever qualify. Okay, and they also take the field in red, white, and blue. You see that connection right there? I mean, most flags are those colors, but doesn't really matter. It's a perfect match, okay? When you cheer for Iceland, you get to do the Icelandic Viking chant. It's easy. Just follow along with me, okay? Follow along with me. Huh! Huh!
Wait.
Huh!
That's it?
Huh! 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 That sounded like me earlier on my Blue Chew, bro. That sounded like me on my Blue
I'm so
Chew.
excited.
Bro, it's going down, all right? Look, most importantly, Iceland makes delicious Reyka vodka, perfect for celebrating any victory. Go to Reyka.com to get Team Iceland gear and find a viewing party near you. That's REYKA.com. Real fans drink responsibly. Reyka vodka, 40% alcohol, 80 proof, distilled from grain. Come on now.
I trust it.
Copyright, 2018, William Grant and Sons, New York, New York. They're not playing around. They're copywriting this
Yeah, you
shit.
trust anything from Iceland. That's a
You
solid
gotta trust it, man.
It's a solid rule.
Bjork,
Right?
Reyka, soccer.
Bang.
Let's get back to the show.
Let me ask you this, though. What genetically makes you a good soccer player? Basketball, you need size, you need quickness, good first step,
Yeah.
coordination. Coordination, obviously, for soccer. What else? Because
This
Messi,
is what annoys Americans.
5'5".
Is that
I don't...
you just have to be really good at the sport. Like I was talking to the Scottish guy.
Also gay.
Yeah.
If you're gay,
Yeah.
I think that's really helps you.
Right.
That's what makes Ronaldo
Yeah.
so good.
Even
Yeah.
though
'Cause
even
he
though
knows how to
your,
be
your
gay
butthole's
good.
so loose.
Yeah,
So, you're easier left and right.
You're light on your feet
Yeah, you
from
don't
all your
strain.
dancing in the
Right.
club.
Are all these
Everybody's dressed like priests on the side, and you're afraid of them. You know what I mean?
are all these players
left
on
to right.
Blue Chew?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But what does it? Is there a?
You have to, like, I was talking to a Scottish guy, and he was like, there's an American playing in Scotland. And
Yeah.
he goes, look, the guy is an athletic freak. His name was Maurice Adu. Tall black dude, very physical, could jump very high, could run very fast. But he didn't really know how
We
to play
picked
the
up all that
sport.
when he said black.
Yeah. Let's see pace and power. How are they doing it? So that extra muscle, and they're like, anyway. So what should we call it? He said, look, the guy's an athlete. So he plays very strong, but he's not a good footballer because he didn't get raised to be a soccer player from the youth. So he's like, he can jump higher than the next guy. So to some degree, it's like, all right, we'll bring him in and he's good on set pieces, right?
Right.
Which is like dead ball shit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But like, you want to be Messi, you need to learn how to play the game from like the child age, like 6, 8, 10 max. And the other thing that doesn't make Americans good is everybody wants to go to college. It's fucking us up. 18 to 21 you're already a pro in Europe. You're already a pro in South America. This idea of a rookie at 21, son, you done. 27 is the peak age. You got 6 years to make a career.
How old is Ronaldo?
Ronaldo's just turning 32.
32, 33.
So he's 33.
He's playing phenomenally at an older age.
At an
He's
older
a
age.
freak. This is crazy. That
He
he's playing
has
so
made
well.
himself this way, though, and that's why I like him this much. He has like a very defined diet, even
He's
on
Kobe.
off days. Yeah, he is. He will work his way to make sure that he can continue to play at an older age. He'll do whatever it takes physically to be
So
that
he
specimen.
truly loves the game. It's
100%.
not even like he's a competitive. He is Kobe. That's
Yeah, but
that's
it's
a
also
good-
his only out. Like Kobe was rich. His dad was a coach in Italy and shit. This was his only way out, even for his people. Here's the other thing: a lot of people don't know. When you get
things
sold
that
to another
played in
team,
Italy.
huh?
Things that played in Italy.
Yeah.
Wasn't he a coach
Played.
as well?
No, I
Played,
don't think
I
played.
think.
That's why he
D'Antoni-
was there. D'Antoni was
D'Antoni
the
was
coach.
okay. When you get sold to it, like Neymar got sold for 222 million. Every team that he was ever a part of, every academy he was ever a part of as well, got a cut of that money. So
Really?
like if you're like this garbage ass academy in like the middle of a favela in Brazil, and a player that you helped develop gets sold for 100 million like 10 years later, you get a chunk of that money.
What do you get?
You get probably like a 1% or a
0.1%.
0.01%.
But that money will keep your school, your academy going for like another 5 years.
Yeah,
If,
I mean,
especially if
that's
the
like a
player's sold
field
for a
now.
lot.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
a field for those kids to play on, or
Yeah. And
better
Holy
food.
shit!
And
I
the
didn't
problem
realize that.
problem with the structure of American soccer, so that system is called solidarity payments, right? So if you get sold, your first club that you signed for will get money. The U.S. structure does not allow that because for some whatever legal purposes, MLS, all these issues. So when we sell a player from the U.S. to whatever country, the academy that kid was brought up in does not get any money.
So they don't have the same incentive to really bring him up in a good way.
But here's the other thing: because they don't get solidarity payments, now they force the child to pay. So now in Europe or everywhere else in the world, if a kid's good, yo, come in for free. We're going to teach you at a professional level. In America, it's like, yo, you're really good. Can you afford $1,500 a season? Those Mexican kids you were talking about, those Latin kids, no, they can't.
That's why
No, they can't. So now our best players
Wow.
aren't getting that education. Imagine if LeBron gets traded from Miami back to Cleveland, and whatever that value of that contract's worth, a part of that went to, what was it, St. Patrick or St. Francis, St. Mary's?
St. Vincent, St. Mary.
St.
Yeah,
Vincent,
St.
St.
Vincent,
Mary's.
Mary's.
Imagine like if that school was independent of like a school system. If that team got a chunk of that money, how many other kids would they be able to develop in Akron? Because now they have better
Who decides
coaches.
the chunk?
It's part of their contract. So most players have it's the same thing. Solidarity payment, I think FIFA defines what that percentage is.
So it can't be too exorbitant. Like a
No,
No, it could be like 80% or anything.
Okay,
But there
okay,
is
okay.
this like low-key illegal shit happening called third-party ownership, which is pretty cool. No player actually is owned by the team. It's actually owned by like these secret people, like Illuminati type shit, and they allow them to play for your team, and they're the ones that get the money. It's
Mafia.
pretty dope. Kinda. There is a guy named Mino Raiola. Shouts to you, homie. He's like the agent of all the biggest stars, including Pogba and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And he's Italian, and when he makes a phone call, it fucking happens.
What do you mean?
He's Jay Prince.
Yeah, basically, 100%.
You like how I'm doing this? I feel like I'm
100%.
really
Yeah, no,
connecting.
My
to
guy.
This
my
is
guy.
good
really
for
breaking
the
it down
My
for
guy.
the
Don't leave me
listeners.
hanging. My guy is doing this right
Okay.
now.
Okay. Who are the biggest pussies?
Country-wise?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I
In
felt so
terms of
ready to
style.
answer
Yo,
that.
straight up, let's do straight up racism on Flagrant 2 right now.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Who the bitches right now?
Yeah, who the hoes? Because that's one of the things. Like Americans, they look at soccer and they're like, "Oh, these guys are always flopping and falling all over the place." And it's
Gotta be
increasing.
South
It's
American.
increasingly happening in the NBA.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we're
yeah. I
furious
think it's
about it.
international
We criticize
influence.
it a lot.
I
It
think
works.
it's international influence
Yo, it might
from
be.
people who played soccer. Like Manu, I love Manu, but Manu,
Ooh,
soccer
that's
playing
right.
country,
All the
huge
Euros
flopper.
came here. They
Dirk was a
Vlade
big
Divac.
flopper.
Hold
Dirk
on a
flopper.
second.
Vlade
Reggie
was
Miller
a
didn't
big
play
flopper.
soccer.
He wasn't flopping. He was just
Reggie
choking the
Miller
mix
was
out.
the king of flopping.
No, I don't remember that.
He would run around that screen and fall back.
He would, but he
He
was
would-
an anomaly back then.
Yeah, it wasn't as
It was,
rampant.
and I remember the Euros did it a lot. It's not even.
He also
trying to
got
hate.
beat by a girl,
Yeah, his sister.
Sharon was brother.
so that he was raised as a pussy.
Yeah.
Okay, so go on. Okay, so
got that good
off
asshole.
the top, I mean, well, I would say maybe. I mean, Italy's not in the World Cup, but Italy, right? I mean, they definitely.
Nah, you got to pick like weak South American teams or Central American teams, like your Costa Ricas. Maybe not. They actually wouldn't. Panama did it a lot today. You would have like Chile if they were in it. They would have done it a lot. But it's an advantage. It's a sport that doesn't have stoppages. So falling to the ground and pretending like you're hurt
Yeah, someone
is
said.
an advantage.
Someone said at the end of a match he just basically faked an injury to waste time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some shit Mexican teams do all the time. There was one famous one where the guy was like on the floor pretending like he got punched in the stomach because he got just lightly tapped. They brought the stretcher out, and as soon as the stretcher comes off the field, like he wasted as much time as possible. As soon as the stretcher comes off the field, he just unbuckles himself, jumps off the stretcher, comes back on the field. And it was like, yo, this dude is legit.
Get all these straps off me, dog.
Get him off. I did as much as I could, dog. Yo, I love shit like that, though. Like, it's such a, because you see players that are really good get frustrated by, like, how are they beating us with these bum-ass tactics? The region is called CONCACAF, which is Central America, the Caribbean islands, and North America. And we call it getting CONCACAF because Guatemala and Honduras, these teams don't really know how to play all that well, so they do all this dirty shit. Like, when no one's looking, they'll, like, rip a chunk of skin out of your inner thigh.
What?
Oh, yeah, they'll goose you, dude. They'll straight goose you. They'll shove a finger up your asshole right
So
when
the
you're like-
cameras don't capture this?
They capture
Some of
it.
it does, but
Yeah.
the officials don't catch it. It's
Yeah.
not a thing.
Yeah, but aren't you shamed by your people? You're fingering dude's butt?
No,
I
man.
mean,
If you can
No.
get, if your country can move on and win,
So
I would
Latin
totally
America wants to win
finger
so
Ronaldo's
much.
butthole.
Yo,
Dude.
Latin America wants to win so much it conquers their homophobia.
yes,
Oh,
there's
sure.
misogynism
Yeah, they-
is gone.
they put it right to the side.
Are you kidding me? If Kristaps Porzingis was knuckle deep during the playoffs, I'd
Yo,
be
if
just
it's
as
on
happy.
grass, it ain't gay.
Yes, yeah. It's in the 90 minutes. You can't be gay. He did it for us. You should be such a hero. He's yelling at his kid.
What's up?
Who's the toughest?
Toughest.
English Premier League?
The league or country again?
League.
Toughest league? I mean,
Toughest league to play is probably
England.
Of the big ones,
I'm
probably
talking
England.
about toughest meaning they don't flop, they're physical, they're big.
It's a shameful thing to do in England, so probably England.
From what I understand, my best friend's a big soccer fan. They did a lot of it a few years ago, and then like 5-10 years ago, whatever, they started really trying to like legislate it out.
That's it, the final third. Like when you're close to the goal, if you dive to try to get a penalty, which is inside that box that's painted
Right.
around the goal,
Yeah.
a lot of players would do that, especially in England. They would pretend to fall just so that they
So
get
they
a
get the
penalty
call.
kick, and they stop that. Now you actually get a yellow for.
Well,
Oh,
no,
for
they,
faking it,
they
yeah.
even if they find that if the referee gives you the penalty and they found that you dove,
Faked it, yeah.
you get a 3-match ban now.
Whoa!
Wow.
That's hot.
That's
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
up.
So even if it works in that moment, you might get fucked later, and they review that. They review that tape.
All right. How corrupt is FIFA?
Incredibly corrupt. But that's what
but
makes it dope.
Wait for it. That's my second question.
Yeah.
Does it need to be corrupt in order for it to maximize entertainment?
I think we're going to disagree here.
And I want to hear both arguments.
I-
All right,
I
Christian,
say-
Christian, you give me the good guy, the sweetheart
He's
argument.
100%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I-
We don't want corruption.
Christian a little cucky
Look,
for
I
sure.
think
Yeah.
the example of the U.S., Canada, and Mexico getting the World Cup in 2026, they just got it a couple days ago.
We're sharing it.
Yeah, we're sharing it. So that is a sign that,
Real quick,
yeah.
the country that hosts it gets an automatic bid.
All three do.
So is that the first time this has happened?
They haven't decided yet. They're
They're
it's
going
probably
to because what they don't want to say is that they've already agreed to expand from 32 to 48 teams in the World Cup.
Oh, but that is going to happen this.
Yeah.
for 2026. That's going to be the first time that
I
happens.
mean, okay, go on.
So, because the voting changed now, so now for the World Cup vote,
Yeah.
the votes were public. Before they used to be
Secret
They
ballot.
should be secret ballots.
Yeah.
This is why Russia won the World Cup, and this is why Qatar won the World Cup, the next one, the 2022. So just the fact that even that little change shows that you can't be as corrupt as you used to be is a good sign. And
How'd Russia win it?
Russia, I mean, it's just
They bribes.
They bribes.
Bribe.
You bribe the because every single
Dude,
country.
Brunei gets the equal vote as like Germany. Fiji gets an equal vote to England. Every country gets one vote, and they all count the same. So if you go to Brunei, you don't have enough people. You have no chance of ever hosting a World Cup. There's not enough land space. You're never
Right.
going to be in one. So why would I vote for any of you people unless I'm getting a little bit of money?
Yeah.
So it's the Senate, not the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, but just the fact that this is in place, it's difficult. It's a little bit more difficult to be corrupt. So I'm not saying that there's no corruption. The idea that
At least now you know. If every country that's poor is
but because-
is voting for Russia, you're like, oh, there might be something up
or
here.
a Qatar, a country that's too hot to play the World Cup
Yeah,
in.
why
So now
would
they're
they
moving
even
into
do it?
Christmas, and they don't have a professional league even or stadiums. If you're voting for them, clearly they paid you off, right?
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Here's my thing. The more corruption, the more the storylines, the better it is. Right now, there's something called VAR, which is video assistance referee. If something happens, someone can tell the ref, like, hey, you need to look at that. You made the wrong call.
Yeah.
And then he goes and he gets the call perfect every time. That's not awesome. right? People are still talking about the Maradona goal where he hit it. He had bushy ass hair.
Yeah.
He hit it with his hand over the goalkeeper, but you couldn't really tell because he hit it through his
hand of
hair.
God.
The hand of God goal. We still talk about that. If that call would have been called back, nobody would be talking about it today.
Who are they playing?
They were playing England.
You
That's
know
why
who
people
would be
still talk
talking about it?
Huh?
England.
Oh yeah, of course.
What, they would have won a second World Cup? Nobody remembers who scored the winning goal in the 1966 World
They
Cup.
would.
Huh?
You kidding me? There'd be a fucking hero in England right now.
Not really.
He
People
wouldn't
have
be
the
living in some
tattoo of-
assisted living. You know what I mean? Maradona wouldn't be coaching Argentina.
Maradona is a god.
I know, but he wouldn't have a coke habit if he didn't
Yeah.
win that fucking thing. Maybe it would have saved him. Knocked 20 years off his life.
I don't know. It's more fun with him having a coke habit. You know?
I get it. You like the wrestling of it, like the charade of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's
the
something
marketing.
fun. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not-
to some degree, America's like too structured in our soccer. There's not enough. The corruption is like keeping other leagues down so MLS makes more money. That's what some people believe is corruption. To me, it's like, no, let's get more. Let's get more egregious with
Does
it.
the MLS make money?
They say they don't, but there's no way to prove. So MLS started another company adjacent to theirs, where all the heads of MLS are also chair and heads of this company called SUM, Soccer United Marketing, and they handle the selling of the TV rights and the marketing of MLS and U.S. Men's National Team, which is a much more valuable
U.S.
product.
soccer in general.
U.S. soccer in general,
Women,
Women's
and
World
men,
Cup,
everything,
everything.
yeah.
And now they also handle Mexico. The Mexican national teams, TV rights in the U.S., which is the number one league in all of U.S., is the Liga MX, which is the Mexican league.
Really?
That's bigger than England, bigger than all
It's
Europe
most
is
watched, yeah.
Mexico, right? So now they handle all that. So the thing is, does MLS make money? No, because a lot of the profit gets channeled over. I don't want to say funneled because that sounds wrong, and we want to be friends with this league. It gets channeled over to SUM because SUM is the one making the big deals. So MLS continues to look like they're not making money, and this is like the big argument. Now, why all these companies or all these like oil sheiks are trying to buy teams in MLS. Value went from $6 million in 2010 to $150 to $200 million per team.
Is that how much a franchise
this year?
is worth?
Yeah, $200 million.
Well, that's how much
Dude,
it costs to buy into the league.
Atlanta gets 72,000 fans for a few games each year. I mean, they sell more tickets per capita than the Falcons in their own stadium. But the reason they're doing that is because they also get a portion of SUM, and SUM is nothing but a profit house. They have like no expenditures.
And there's no there's no other league right now in the United States that's growing as fast as soccer is, and specifically MLS. So it's like if you try to buy an NBA team, how much what's that dude that bought the
$2 billion.
Clippers? $2 billion.
billion.
You have to be an absolutely insane. You have to be Jeff Bezos to buy buy a team.
Also, what's
NFL
the potential
or
of it? It might
NBA.
be at its max already.
So, but soccer is the one you can get in cheap, and within like probably 10 years,
Could see some real turnaround on
Yeah.
your money.
Most NFL owners are starting to buy soccer teams in MLS because they're hedging their bets.
Yeah,
the
control
CTE
the
thing is
whole
going to be.
franchise. Yeah.
I think CTE is taking NFL down.
CT might really take NFL down. It'll be interesting to see what happens with XFL, but I'm curious about this MLS and how long it will take until a player like Ronaldo comes over. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, Portugal wins the World Cup this year.
Mhm.
What reason does he have to stay in Madrid?
What
Why
reason do we have to want him? He's old. Fuck out of here.
not Ronaldo?
Yeah, we need to build Ronaldo, not buy Ronaldo.
No. I'm saying for the league, you have for him personally, he can extend his career 6 years by playing against lesser competition here in the United States.
That's
and
actually
get
false.
signed.
But that's
You just told me that it sucks.
But we're a much more athletic league. He won't be able to keep up. In Europe, you're good if you can sort of spot passes. Americans tend to kind of crash into each other running towards the ball. You need to be much, much more athletic to be able
You
to
don't
play
think
here.
Ronaldo will be able to be an effective player in the MLS?
Maybe a year, maybe two.
look at. I don't know if you've seen any LA Galaxy games.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you guys are on
Yeah.
top.
What's that, the 17th segment of Flagrant 2? You guys cover
No,
LA
but
Galaxy?
Zlatan Ibrahimovic has been in the league for a couple months now, and
Scored 2 goals the first game.
scored 2 goals.
And what's he done since
and
then?
what's
How
he
many
done?
highlights you seen since then?
He
I
hasn't
don't
been
know. I
doing
don't
much
watch.
because he plays on a bad team. Just because he's the best player on the team does not mean that he's just absolutely going to be dominant. All they're doing, LA Galaxy, all they're doing now is literally alley-ooping to Zlatan. He's
Remember,
a big,
like,
big
what
dude.
Fresh Prince of
throw the
Bel-Air's
ball in.
basketball thing?
Head it
Remember
in.
the coach was like, give it to Will, give it to Will. That's what they're doing to Zlatan. They got nothing else because Zlatan's getting so frustrated. They're like, fine, we're just going to keep giving you the ball. Maybe you could fucking
And they
do
were
it all.
losing more when he got to the team. They lost after they won that game. They lost like 4 in a row. So it doesn't mean anything. MLS has the stigma of being a retirement league, but now there's younger players that they're either.
It worked for Beckham.
Beckham is the reason.
2010.
Beckham is the reason MLS is where it is now. You have to give him credit because he brought a brand to the league that was so global,
Right.
and it changed the whole face of the league.
I just think that's what Ronaldo should do, and I think it's mutual benefit.
He probably will.
You
bring
probably
the-
go to Beckham's team in Miami.
Beckham's starting a team in 2020.
Shit, he would love it in Miami.
Oh my God,
He's there all the
built for
time.
Miami.
He's there all the
No,
time. The Heat games
Miami,
and stuff.
I was talking to because I did some shows down there, and I was talking about what Miami is, what city it is. Have you guys been to Hawaii before?
Yeah.
You know how Hawaii is like a digestible form of America for Asians?
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Miami is
It's
a
like U.S. Light.
It's digestible form of America
sure.
for Latinos and like people from Spain and Mediterranean, right? It's
And
this like
South Americans too. A lot
South
of
America,
Venezuelans,
yeah.
Colombians,
all that,
Brazilians. Yeah.
right? But and more so them than like I would say Spain. But it's this digestible form of America, and that's why in a lot of ways comedy doesn't work there because it's not as big a part of the culture.
Right.
You know, like if-
sarcasm. They don't have enough Jews down there.
that's it. You
Yeah.
need
Really?
more.
Florida
You need
doesn't
more
have
Jews.
Miami?
No,
Florida
no,
Jews?
no,
Where
no,
the people
no,
are
no.
coming from.
Well, I'm talking about
Yeah.
tourists because we do shows here in New York all the time. 50% of the audience is from Sweden,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's tourist driven.
Yeah.
And the comedy scene because the Miami Improv it closed.
Yeah.
Right. And then the Fort Lauderdale that might even close. And I really think that's what it is. It's like what people are looking for when they go to Miami is not comedy. When they come to New York, they go to L.A.
Sure.
They're like, I want to experience a comedy club.
Yeah.
But for what those people would be possibly looking to do is go see fucking Cristiano Ronaldo,
Yeah.
one of these big, Euro stars, or even I don't know who else, maybe like Chicharito or one of these guys, right? Like,
Yeah. He would kill in like Texas or.
oh, that's right.
LA.
He'd probably do L.A., Texas.
Yeah,
but
'cause
what's
he's
a good?
Mexican.
But
what's
he actually just said that he would never play in MLS. He said if I got offered 10 million
What
to
did he
play,
say?
he said if I got offered 10 million,
build the wall, build the wall.
it was bold a statement though. He said if I got offered 10 million to play in MLS, I would never go. I'd take
He's a
5.
liar.
I'd take 5 to play in Mexico.
He's a liar.
He gotta say that though.
Yeah, you gotta say that.
Landon Donovan is rooting for Mexico in the World Cup. An
Yeah.
American
He's
star.
doing
is
ads
rooting
for Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo holding up a Mexico flag.
Why?
We are Mexico.
Because
he
he got
play
booted
down there?
off the fucking U.S. team by Klinsman.
I
Well,
know.
no, it's not just that. It's that he's so anti-Trump that he's like, I'm a root for Mexico.
But then people started calling him out. Being former players that played with him were like, "Yo, dude, how you gonna root for our do an ad
rival.
campaign for our rival?"
Yeah, yeah.
And then he responded by saying like, "Yo, aren't you like this Carlos Bocanegra who played on the U.S. men's national team? He's like one of the directors in Atlanta
Atlanta
United."
United, yeah.
And he goes, Isn't your dad Mexican? How could you see how the country is at the moment? Why would you be mad at me?" And he's like, "Yo, I'm not mad. I don't hate Mexicans. It's just like you're supporting our rival. Like
Yeah.
you're the
Yeah, but we're not in the cup.
yeah, but he's
But
still
you still can't root for the team that
Nah,
you
son, you
viciously
can't
try
do
to
it,
beat
bro.
you.
dude.
Can't do it.
There's
Rooting for the Warriors.
There's
son.
so many
Yeah.
videos of Mexican fans throwing garbage during
Bags of piss
bags of
at
piss
our fans.
at Donovan while he's trying to take a corner kick, and it's like, why are you gonna root for them? Like, it's
Because
like,
they were creative enough to throw bags of piss. Tell me
Is
that's
that-
not
it's
creative.
not that
Is it
creative.
creative?
It's been done before.
That's not
trust me.
funny. It's been done before. Trust me. What the fuck are we talking about?
That's a
Also,
great idea.
when
Team
is
up.
soccer fandom gonna finally come to America? I'm tired of this pussy ass NFL shit. The most gully ass fans are what, Oakland? Because they'll beat somebody up. Maybe Philly. Everyone else pussy. Yo, you got to have the away fans sitting separate from the home fans.
Listen, tell the you fucking Man U fans to fly down to Oakland and fight those guys and see how it goes.
Are you kidding me? That's
Fuck
what
out
they
of
do
my
for
face.
fun. That's what
I
they
know,
do for
we're
fun.
soccer hooligans. You will get shot in
So-
Oakland.
Are you kidding
So
me?
here's something
Not
I want to
Cuck
talk
Oakland.
about this.
Old Oakland.
I want to talk about this. There's two things I want to say. We do have to kind of wrap up reasonably soon. But there's two things I want to say. One is the hooligan culture, but two, real quick, Beckham. And again, I don't know anything about the skills of soccer, but I do know winning. And it seems to me that no matter what team he played for, he won.
Nah, England didn't win shit. in
England
the
didn't win
national
anything.
team.
I'm talking about the club
What
teams.
club?
That's more important.
Club teams, he plays for Madrid, they win, right? Plays a year, Paris Saint-Germain, they win, right? What team did he play for? Man U?
Man U, they won a
Man
bunch,
U,
yeah.
they
in
won.
The three
Then-
teams you
then-
just mentioned
wait
are
for
the
it.
most
They
valuable.
win all the time.
Sure. But then he goes to
LA
LA
Galaxy
Galaxy
also
win
wins.
once.
and they win once.
No, I think he won
once.
Only
One
once with
MLS
him?
Doesn't
Cup.
matter. Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
okay.
Point being, look, the Boston Celtics and the Lakers are
It's-
the most historic teams in the world. What do you want to say?
It seems like you're saying Kevin Durant went to the Warriors, they won. He left them, went to the Celtics, they won.
Yeah.
He left them, went to play with LeBron and wherever, they won. That's what I think it sounds like. you're
100%.
saying.
Yes.
That's
100%.
And that's fair. That being said, it doesn't always happen like that.
No, you're right.
You know, I mean, LeBron LeBron went to go meet Dwayne Wade and brought Chris Bosh, and they didn't win at the first time. This guy, all I'm saying is he gets knocked a lot because I think he's maybe more famous than he is good, but maybe he adds something to a team that enables them to continue winning, where he's won on every single stage he's been at, except the what is it, the World Cup stage, and didn't he fuck
International
up
stage.
in the international stage? He fucked up. He missed like a penalty kick or something like that could have.
You know, he got the red card
Yeah.
that he got sent off, and when he was like their best player.
All I'm saying is, it's maybe he adds things to a team.
You're
Maybe
saying
there's
so
He adds
certain
things to an
intangibles.
already incredibly good team.
So he's the piece that will take you over the
He's
top.
a mercenary.
Yeah. No, and we're not taking away from his talent. I'm just
Right.
saying that soccer is just built differently. The sport doesn't. Beckham can't be on a bad team and then all of a sudden be successful.
Again, yeah.
LeBron with the damn like
Nobody.
Nobody. I mean, he worked with
Yeah.
gas station employees.
Yeah,
But-
yeah,
but
yeah.
like-
and
But
look
like
how
you guys
successful they
said-
got.
But like you guys said, the sport of soccer, you're only as good as the worst person on your team.
Yep.
Right. So it wouldn't matter if you were Ronaldo. You wouldn't be able to be good. You'd still need to be.
Yeah, if you put Ronaldo on or Minnesota United right now,
Yeah.
they don't win MLS Cup.
Right. A LeBron type of talent just doesn't exist because the sport doesn't allow it to exist.
Yeah, there's no way where
LeBron type
one
of effectiveness, I should
Yeah.
say, not talent.
one player cannot change everything.
Okay.
It's just too much field, I imagine.
Yeah, it's just
Right?
too much because
And
you
You're
need,
basketball
barely
is
touching the
94
ball,
feet,
too. You're not
5
even-
players at a time,
you need
yeah.
to get the ball passed to you.
Yeah.
And that's what the argument between Ronaldo and Messi. Messi is great, but he's always been surrounded by some of the greatest midfielders of all time.
Yeah.
Midfielders are the ones who pass it to you. It's called getting service.
Yeah.
He's gotten the greatest service of all time.
Especially in the Spanish culture of football, right? Which is
I
a
actually
lot
don't
of,
know soccer, but I find that when I watch Spain, it's like beautiful to me. Like
It's
little
called
short
a beautiful
passes,
game.
It's like
Yeah.
graceful.
Yo,
Like,
but sometimes that should be annoying, bro. It's like,
I
do
like it.
something with the fucking ball,
But
yo.
you know what?
the
That's why
hell?
it works because the defenders on the other team are like, my
Come
God, I'm
on,
fucking
son.
thinking it out.
No, because when I played FIFA, like with a video game, that's how I would play. I just
Yeah.
frustrate you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I just pass back and forth
Yeah,
until
yeah.
you jump at it, and then boom, I
and then
I
you
do
find
what
an
I got.
opening.
Exactly.
It's
yeah.
like a boxer who throws a lot of jabs, waiting
Floyd.
for an opening, and then
Floyd.
punches. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay, so then the second question is this hooligan culture.
Let's get it.
I seen a movie about this.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, starring that
We-
cuck.
Yeah.
We almost
What's his
got
name?
beat up the other day
Did you really?
Yeah.
from some
happened?
hooligan dude
At the Russian tea room.
at the Russian tea room. We
A
were
guy
at the,
tried to take us out during the Fox send-off for all their talent.
at
And
the
I was like, please hit me with this bottle because every camera is here and I cannot afford this publicity on my own.
Wait. Explain, light this up for me. What's happening here? You're watching a game.
I'm not going to name this dude, but he writes for a publication. And we were all, it's like a networking thing. Like Rob Stone and Alexi Lawless, all like the announcers right now calling these games. They were all
Yeah.
Russian tea room.
Yeah.
And this was like the head of Fox was there.
Alexi Lawless.
Yeah.
That guy has the most porn star name I've ever heard of a professional journalist.
Yeah.
Pick one
was
of
a
them.
player,
It's
right?
either
Yeah, he
Alexi
was a
or
player.
Lawless, but it's not going to be both. All right.
Also, professional journalist is a stretch for that guy.
Fair enough.
I know
Fair
he's a
enough.
fan. He's a friend
Yeah,
of
yeah.
ours.
Okay.
But so this guy is there, and we're talking to everyone, and we talked and blah blah blah.
we were
He-
talking about like hooligan culture, right? We were talking about like
No. I think at first he said he's a Red Bull fan, which is the rival to the team that we have season tickets for.
NYCFC.
Yeah.
NYCFC that plays here at Yankee Stadium. I was like, oh, cool. We have tickets to NYCFC. Not a big thing. His demeanor immediately changes. And he goes,
so mad.
he said, I'm a member of blank, which is a supporters group. Like you have like these groups that go to
I
the
believe
games
they're
together.
referred to as casuals.
That's back in the day. That's back in the day in England when they would wear expensive clothes.
Right.
So they didn't look like fans. So the cops couldn't spot them on the way in.
They would never wear the jersey or
No.
anything to connect you to the team
Yeah.
because then they'd lock your face to being like a hooligan.
I saw
Right.
that in the movie with Elijah Wood. Fam, this shit was super accurate. Y'all
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
So
Green Street
I learned-
Hooligan.
How did
yeah,
they-
great
how the-
hooligans,
How the
fam.
fuck did they pick? Why would they pick Elijah Wood to be the fucking casual?
Have you seen how pasty and
'Cause
corny
he-
the dudes in England look?
The point of it is
Yeah,
he
but he's
flips.
also a hobbit.
The point is he goes from this pussy ass dude to
being
a
tough.
hooligan.
Yeah.
English
Okay.
tough.
So
it's like she's all that, but like
Right.
violent.
He takes his glasses off and comes down the stairs. So kiss me as he comes out with a broken bottle in his
It's actually a
hand.
beautiful story
so
when you
he
think about
gets
it.
pissed off when he finds out you guys like a different team.
And he's like, I fucking fight you guys. You fans are Nazis. It's like all this dumb shit. And I was like, come on, man.
Was
what?
he a minority?
No, he's a
No.
white dude.
That's
and a
hilarious.
little autistic. And a little
little
autistic.
autistic.
let's
Isn't
be
that
honest.
crazy? That's where we are. That
How do
white
you think
people call
Nazis
us
feel
Nazis.
about the way that we throw the word Nazi?
I feel bad because they earned it.
That's
You know?
not a word.
Yeah, no, those guys earned it. I feel bad.
Do you think there's Nazis in hell somewhere? Like,
Yeah.
are you fucking kidding me?
And so it's
You
like
think
just
he
like
hears
the
someone say Nazi,
soccer
they're
team?
like, you can't use the N word. Only we can use it. That's the white guy N word. Whoa. Did you end up with a hard eye?
Okay, so all right, so we have this situation where you guys are about to go fight this guy
You have to
outside.
fight
No,
Fight
this
Elijah
dude
Wood.
is just, we're all drinking free
Dude,
beer.
he's
with
with his
his girl.
girlfriend, and she's really nice, and she doesn't even know
No, hold
anything
on.
about soccer.
Low key, we're making her laugh.
Low
Oh,
key,
so
high
that
key.
kinda-
We're very
High key. Yo, we made your girl
So
laugh,
he
dog.
got a little charged up about that.
I think so.
So his
yeah.
group, his supporters group, got banned for beating up somebody that I think I worked for the team. I'm not exactly sure, but they're banned. They're not allowed to go to the games. So they're already like the real hooligan fans. And he was like, "Oh, you guys got banned, right?" And he was like, "No, we didn't get banned." And he goes on this tangent like it's the kids that want to do this and don't want to do the other thing. And we didn't understand. I was like, "I don't know what you mean." I'm like, "Are you saying they want to fight or they don't want to fight?" He's like, "You know what I mean." I was like, "I don't. That's why I asked you." I'm like, "Are they kind of all right?" That's what I asked. And he goes, "Why you got to bring politics into this?" He grabs his bottle on the neck like he was going to use it. And in my head, I was like, "Oh, okay, it's about to go down." And Christian, I'm the one who's pissing him off. Christian's next to me. I'm like, it's me and him. I'll take a bottle to the head. But yo, you getting stomped out at least, right? Christian, Brooklyn Annie's Dominican. You're gonna get hurt. He's gonna dance on your head. Dog. So I'm like,
Christian ain't fighting nobody.
No, Christian will
Fucking
throw.
gentle motherfucker.
Christian, look, you know how much pent up anger that dude has for being that way?
Lenny, you don't
He
know
grew up
what
in
I'm
Brooklyn like this.
You don't know what I'm capable
This
of.
dude openly drinks Soylent instead of eating. I'm telling you, there's so much aggression in this guy. So the dude grabs the bottle, and it's actually his girl kind of calmed him down a little bit. He was like, "Fuck you guys," and blah, 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 blah. And then he got so angry. He's like, "I'm getting a drink." And he like whistled for his girl to get away from us. And I had to leave to go to his show. And I didn't want to leave because I'm like, yo, now I look like I'm bitch scared.
Yeah.
I want to stay here, but I wanted to get that money for hosting a show. So I told Christian, like, yo, tell me what happens. He didn't even make eye contact with you after
Nah,
that.
yeah, it was just awkward for the next like half hour. He dude wouldn't look at me. His girl was just like, she didn't. But I felt bad for her because I'm like, yo,
Because she gets hit.
she's gonna.
She
Yeah,
gets
this
abused.
dude is violent.
She
You
gets
should
abused by
Facebook friend
an
request her, real talk.
autistic.
What'd
You
you
should
say?
Facebook friend request her. Just like a nice.
Yeah.
She was
Follow her on
She was
IG.
Indian
Get her a
too.
little poke.
She was Indian.
Oh, yeah.
Her man was white,
shit.
right?
And
man
yo,
was
she
white.
works for Polo Ralph Lauren, so
Wow, you're blowing
somebody. I mean, I'm more than one Indian person. IT department alone gotta be stacked.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That's what you get, bitch. That's what you get, bitch.
Going with that white man.
That's what you get, bitch.
Tell her.
Oh my god.
You thought you were going to avoid an abusive relationship by not being with an Indian.
All you avoided was the arranged marriage. By the way, it's lit as fuck.
Joke's on you, bitch. We call that karma.
That funny, your boring ass wedding, bitch.
Motherfucker can't even dance at his own wedding. Stiff ass hips.
Oh boy.
All right. So,
That felt good.
finally.
Oh, before you finish, I
Yes.
just want to make sure I say this because.
Well, no, this is not finishing. We're not finishing.
Oh, okay,
it. No,
okay,
no,
cool.
no.
All right.
But the what's it called? This soccer casual thing, and I guess maybe it doesn't exist like it was before.
That part of it is dead. Yeah.
My boy, who also cuts my hair. Shout out to my boy Alex. He's from Antwerp, but he was talking about the casuals, kind of how they dress. I was wearing a Stone Island jacket.
That used to be big shit.
And he was like, dude, and I was wearing a Stone Island jacket and some Samba sneakers.
You would have been fought everywhere you went in Europe.
Bro, I had no clue, and I'm glad
The big thing is to rip the stone out. You know the badge is
It has a
just
little
two
badge
buttons.
right there. Yeah.
So to rip that off or to steal someone's scarf, soccer scarf during a fight.
Yeah.
When they stopped wearing the soccer scarves, they were like, all right, we'll take the fucking Stone Island. So if you were called a Stony, if you rocked Stone Island,
Yeah.
that meant you wanted to fight.
You're there for it.
Yeah, that meant you were down. That would be like
yeah.
wearing blue in a Crip neighborhood.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean? Or
right,
like
right,
walking through a red neighborhood wearing blue. You're ready to go. Like,
Okay.
I'm here for this shit.
So he was like, and especially with the outfit I was wearing, he was kind of like joking around. He started explaining to me, and he said that Putin reached out to all the casual groups in Russia, and basically said to them during the World Cup, "We're not going to have any of this."
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently in France, the last one, the Russians were just fucking kicking people's ass.
Yeah, at the Euros. The Euros.
Bro,
yeah.
at the Euros,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I
But it
think,
ain't even a thing, yo. The Russians go into the woods and train MMA.
well, yeah, that's yeah.
They're not even hooligans. They're like roving gangs that also like soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got hobbies.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we knit sometimes. But mostly we bash people's heads.
And they're
in.
deep, right? It's like they'll be
Yeah.
like 30 or 40 of the English dudes, and they'll be like 200
Yeah,
of the Russians.
and they strategize. They look on Google Maps and they say, all right, 20 of you come this way, 40 of you come this way. After the 20 get beat up,
Yeah.
and all the English fans who are just drunk are like, hey, we beat all those Russians up. All of a
Boom!
sudden, there's
Damn,
170
wait.
dudes. Well, there's one, a dude wore a GoPro. He picked up, you know how like they have all like in France they have all those chairs outside for the cafes.
Yeah.
Dude picks up a chair, smashes it on his knee, and he's got 2 legs of the chair, and he hands it to the other friend, and now they have weapons. And
I
the-
thought that there was like a strict rules about no weapons, and if somebody hits the ground, you leave them.
No. That used to be the rule sometimes in England.
Maybe that's more English seems like it has a little more etiquette to
So all right, look, soccer is a wartime sport. Attackers, you strike against the goal. Like everything is like a wartime thing. So there's this honor, you know, why they lost the Revolutionary War. The honor. They're like, all right, front row, you kneel. And the Americans like, all right, I'm in a tree. Nobody's getting to see me. Right? That honor is why they lost the Revolutionary War. That's why we speak a better version of English, right? So the same shit, that's what used to get the English beat up by the Russians or by any other fans, is because they would be like, there's an honor to it. You would pick up a guy when he fell. But then after a while, Millwall fans in particular were just like, yo, what if we stabbed everybody? Right? And they were like, all right, let's try it.
Guys, I got an idea.
Yeah. One guy was like on a typewriter. Like, "Oh, I have an idea." Hello. Have you thought about knives? Yeah.
So it's that violent, like motherfuckers are dying.
Dude, they invented something called a Millwall brick. At one point, it was illegal to bring, they had to make it illegal to bring machetes and sticks and knives and everything into a soccer game. Because people would show up
How
like,
was it not illegal to bring a machete?
because there was nothing in the rule that said you couldn't, right?
They
So
just
they
took the
saw a
poster from the
machete.
airport and put it in the fucking stadium.
How about that? Is that fine?
None of these.
No bombs, guys. So they were like, all right, now we can't bring sticks. So they invented something. They would show up, watch the game for 90 minutes, and then the fun was, all right, now let's go beat up the away fans, the fans that came from the other team. So they were like, you can't do it anymore. So they invented something. They take a newspaper, they open up to the middle, they spill pound coins in the middle, they roll up both sides, and then fold it up. And it's called a brick. And there was a show, that was a thing on Netflix where they showed you could crack someone's skull easily with that. And if you really hated the other fans, you would piss on it. So you would be breaking their skulls with a piss-riddled newspaper covered with pound coins inside, like stuff with pound coins.
Guys, I've watched soccer. It's not that.
It's not
interesting.
worth it, right?
Yeah, it's not.
do
like
it.
it's
You're
fun.
both
It's
wrong.
fun.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm not getting hit with a Millwall bush.
I'd much
Millwall
rather
brick,
die for-
whatever brick. Yeah.
Real talk, I like blue much more than I like soccer. Like I see where the Crips are coming from. You know what I mean? That's a primary color, I think.
Yeah. See, the thing is like Bloods and Crips, soccer's a bit more MS-13. It's just there's almost no rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a bit more loose.
How often are people really dying like that?
It used to be a lot.
I used to be like, yeah, it's
The
been,
more political problems, the more people die.
yeah, and it's been more removed from the game. Even at the World Cup, I just read a story that like they put out a notice to at people traveling to Russia for the World Cup,
Yeah.
any gay people to not show affection because Russian people hate gay. I mean, they will
Yeah.
just beat you up if you are holding hands with a
Also,
dude.
you'll be made fun of on flagrant too.
But look, they're trying their best because the country looks bad if they do stuff like that.
I mean,
but
real talk, they should probably warn the straight people of the same thing. Don't just show affection to your girl because
It is disgusting.
they will rape one of you.
Yeah. And it's probably the guy.
Yeah.
Those Russians have a lot of pent-up emotions.
Well, fuck, man. Thank you guys so much for coming
Real
on the
quick,
podcast.
should we do
Oh, yeah.
World Cup predictions?
Oh, sure.
From y'all,
But we
I don't
gotta-
have any.
hold
Oh,
on a
yeah,
second.
this is the
No,
thing-
we gotta go. Go. Say
the
what
last
you're
thing I
gonna
wanted
say.
to mention
Yeah,
was
say
you play basketball against Jay Williams.
it. Yes, I have. Yes.
He plays in the same league, the Sunday league I play in, called
Soccer?
NYC Footy. He plays soccer. Jay Williams plays soccer,
And he's
And?
mad good.
and he's pretty good.
You know, one of his
girl's a
feet
pro.
doesn't work.
One of his feet.
Yeah, one of his feet doesn't. I forget which one, but one of them doesn't work.
from the
So
motorcycle
attack,
accident?
Yeah, attack that foot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
He's
what
always
I
on the
did.
same team.
Little CONCACAF where no one's looking. Hit the other foot.
Yeah,
You got
But
2 feet that don't
yeah.
work.
He was. I was playing a game, and he was on the sideline. I think he had just wrapped up his game.
Yeah.
And he saw me take a ball to the dick, and he was super concerned about me, and it was a very. I was like,
This was in the men's room too. So it was very.
it was just,
Wait,
I
you
was
guys
like,
are on the same team or
no,
just
no,
same
in the
league?
same league, but we play at
bad.
different times. or
Fuck that.
whatever.
Hit him with a hezzy, bro. That's all you gotta do, man. Yo, thank y'all so much for coming out. Let them know where you can listen to the podcast and what the name of the podcast
called
is.
The Cooligans.
It's called the Cooligans. You can follow us on all social media at Soccer Cooligans, soccercooligans.com.
At Soccer Cooligans.
COOLIGANS.
Not hooligans, with
Yeah.
Cooligans.
Shouts for the Chris Childs.
Yes,
Yeah.
you see it. Good. So thank y'all so much for coming out. And
Oh.
again, this is Christian Polanco.
Can I just say we're doing a tour?
World Cup Comedy Tour.
World Cup Comedy Tour.
Go to worldcupcomedytour.com.
Yeah, that's it.
Good. WorldCupComedyTour.com.
All over the Midwest and all over Seattle, Portland, Vancouver, everything.
This is amazing. So you get
Yeah.
info on that
what's up.
WorldCupComedyTour.com. Obviously, if you listen to the Cooligans podcast, you can get info on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said plug some cities real quick. Where you're
We're going to Omaha, Kansas City, Richmond, Virginia, Virginia Beach, Chicago, Cincinnati, Columbus, Ohio.
Amazing.
Kill that shit.
There's more. There's more.
So
in
go
there.
to
We're going-
World Cup Comedy.
Tour.com.
Tour.com.
It's also soccercooligans.com. You can see the link there as well. But it's gonna be dope.
All right, man. This is so great.
And we're gonna
Thank
be in
y'all
Atlanta,
so
too.
much,
Come out.
for coming out, man. Oh, I got to plug something real quick, and then we got to get out of here. I'm going to be in Denver this weekend. I'm going to be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the Comedy Works in Denver. Make sure you check that out. And then I got a bunch more shows coming up. I'm going to tell you some cities real quick, and you can come and try to get your tickets and meet me there. But we're going to do Denver this week. Then we got I'm going to be in Long Island. Then we're going to be in Seattle, Washington. That's on August 16th, one night only, Seattle. Then the 17th, August 17th, Vancouver. I'm doing September 6th through 8th in New Brunswick, New Jersey, Stress Factory. Then we're going to Europe, London, Antwerp, Amsterdam, Oslo, Copenhagen, Stockholm. That's going to be the 11th through the 19th. You can go to theandrewschultz.com to get tickets for that. Then I'm coming back to Boston. Then I'm going to Portland. Then Sacramento, San Jose, Chicago, Milwaukee, and then Madison. Theandrewschultz.com. Get your tickets early before these shows sell out. Thank y'all so much, man. Akash, anything that you want to plug?
Friday, June 29th, King of Prussia, the ABDCs are
Got 'em.
coming to Valley Forge Casino at 8 p.m. Hit me up on social media if you want the link.
It's a great room.
I'm
we-
excited.
You guys
to
are
do
in
it,
that
man.
area. It's
we
a
did
great
it
spot.
like a month ago. It was dope.
Yeah, fun,
it was really
fun
fun.
little casino gig. Thank you so much for listening to Flagrant 2 Podcast. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Listen to us every week. Spread the word. No easy buckets. Analysis by assholes. You already know what it is. Peace.